And then the one of the prophecy, because I was looking and I was like, I didn't really take many notes, and I was like, something Coterie didn't do what they were supposed to, and now we have moons. that's like that clue.
Moons related.
The moons.
Yeah, something prophecy moons?
Question mark.
It was a good read. It was good to just like read through it all and be like, oh yeah.
This is what you've drip fed us so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, was there anything like obviously like I was just going off what I remembered / looking up a few things. Was there anything that people were like, no, hang on, wait, that's not right?
My notes say different.
Was it the stuff about the Underdark?
Well, I couldn't really remember if that was like a quest. Like I know it's your backstory that like you got chased out.
to go get
The
it.
bloodstones in the
Oh, yeah, I didn't have that.
Maximus wants one.
Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Also,
think,
Spud's
don't know if he
brother,
wants one, but once
who went missing across the basin. He asked us to
Oh,
look for him.
I have no
I
memory
forgot
of
about
that
that.
whatsoever.
Well, there we go.
Maybe we don't actually care about Spud as much as we thought we did.
Miss-
I mean, he's still our realtor.
Yeah, you would care about him as much as you typically care about your
we
real
intend
estate
to buy
agent.
more property, do
We
we
have a
not?
professional relationship.
Yeah, we want to cultivate a good
I'm
professional
sorry.
relationship.
If you buy a house, are you going to become friends with that realtor and then save their family who's just disappeared after going across
If it's going to
to
save me
French Island or something?
50% on the next house.
Yeah.
I was going to say, talk to me about the mortgage discount, and then maybe I'll put the fire
How
out.
much do you think he values his family? That's the real question.
Talk about leverage here.
Yeah.
Is it still the 18th?
But remember
of
that
Wells?
thing how I saved your brother?
Whole family?
Alright.
What happened if he got kidnapped again? What if that same group of bandits were tipped off to his location?
Wait, what about that rundown chateau that you guys cleared of goblins or whatever before I?
Hey.
Is
Is
that?
it-
It was a...
Did that have a current
As
owner?
as a real, I thought you were like a quest, and I was like, no, there's no. But as a real estate opportunity,
Like, was it run down and dilapidated and in
In-
need of some TLC?
A little bit.
a real fixer-upper. What
The-
you're saying?
There wasn't that. Yeah, you weren't there for that, were you?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah.
true.
There wasn't that much damage to it. Like there were a few walls that had tumbled, but
So
otherwise
maybe we
fairly
can-
solid.
So maybe we
Needlebark
can...
Goods and Services HQ?
Well, I mean, we'll
up in the
probably have to
mountains.
kill the people that have moved back in there, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that's fine.
Assuming that squatters have moved in there.
probably.
And
I mean, it's a
what we
nice
have to-
place. We're considering squatting there right
Yeah.
now.
Squatted in a
We also squatted a little shit
yeah,
shack. so-
and tumbled down.
Yeah, which is
piece of
why we
crap.
want to squat in this castle.
Yeah. If I'm going to squat anywhere, it's going to be the chateau.
Gonna be.
It was like a like a lookout sort of post up in the mountains.
Still.
Just
Needlebark
So you're saying-
Tower,
So you're saying it has good views?
mountain views. One previous owner, slightly used.
No neighbours anymore.
I mean, we could launch the hang gliding tours off there.
Ooh.
Out of the mountains.
Our hot air balloon.
Maybe we can build a gondola.
The
down
Needlebark Zeppelin will launch in 5 minutes.
Or what are we going to call it? The Ronenberg? Just to see if the Hindenburg really goes.
Yeah, I still don't know what caused that. I listened to a whole podcast about it the
Oh,
other
the
day.
Hindenburg.
Yeah.
Was it that
Well,
a
I mean-
giant thing was full of flammable gas?
Well, the thing is it
What sparked it?
Yes.
yeah,
smart.
it was like just no idea. Like, there's a bunch of theories about it,
Yeah.
Probably
but
just someone lighting a cigarette.
Well, it could be that. It could be faulty
Laser
electrics.
smoke
Because
on
they-
planes.
so they had like a designated like smoking area
Yeah.
that you could smoke in, but they were like uber strict on controlling all of it. The only real theory that they have, or like the most kind of popular one, is because basically they were coming in for like a hurried landing because they were like way over schedule.
Wow.
And they had, so they'd kind of, normally it'd sort of like stop and then they'd drop ropes, but they dropped the ropes like a bit earlier, and the theory is because they were like dragging on the ground like static discharge. But they legit do not know.
Or what if it was like
It's their best guess.
the,
I mean, yeah, static.
the allies were like, this technology is too great. And
That is
sabotage.
that is one of the theories. It's like
Yes.
sabotage.
That would be up there.
Yes.
Well, because it was like a big Nazi flagship, basically. Like, it was a big like
It's a
single.
big blow.
But also, in terms of military tactics, let's put a ship the size of a whale in the sky that if you shoot it once kills everybody on board.
They did it.
No weakness.
Just
they
saying.
used them in World War One quite a bit.
Oh, sure.
And then they were
And then they got the bullets that could get that high.
yeah, literally.
And then they just immediately started exploding.
And then it occurred to someone to take a rifle on their plane, and Zeppelins were obsolete.
Out.
Immediately
out here,
defeated
guys.
by your
No.
common soldier, Privat Johnson over here.
I want to see an alternate history where we have Zeppelin jousting, and it's just dudes running at each other with giant pointy sticks, hoping to pop the other person's balloon.
I think
Balloon
you've created something
jousting.
here.
I love it. Let's make it happen.
Just enough lift to keep you both off the ground. And it's the most anticlimactic shit ever, because as you close in, everyone's like, oh, and then you just boom.
And then one
Just
goes.
sort of floating backwards again.
Yeah, one tiny hole gets punctured.
Not even
Alright.
like a good one where it
They've
rockets
got
you around
8
the arena.
hours.
Let's see who lands first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very low key. Right. Everyone good? Am I good?
We're in the ocean.
Now, remembering after 11, well, the
You get a
class
12
starts
as
at
well.
11, so I've locked that door. So
Yep.
if you go to that door and you're like, why is it locked? That's why.
We can pee in the garden.
Exactly.
In the garden.
Also in the garden.
Just
So
dig a
the
hole.
garden. Welcome back to Dungeons and Nerglings. I'm Nergy. I will be your host, your DM, your eyes and your ears. And these are my loyal players. Loyal with an asterisk and air quotes. We are picking up at episode 45. I will hear no question about that number.
+4 because
And
of
we
the first
are-
4 sessions we had.
We
44
are
evening
not
table.
counting any previous sessions. Amen.
40 something.
All men agree.
You're not
We
counting
all
the
agree
prologue?
that it starts with 40.
Until next
Yeah,
session.
yeah.
Digit number with 4 at the start.
Soon enough, someone will be like, no, we're in 30s.
It's going to be 50
No, I don't
next
think anyone
week.
has that.
Oh, good.
No.
I'm 45. I'm with you.
Excellent.
43, but
Now,
49. But
last time on Nergling Ball Z, you guys went down the river. The Sly Flow. Straight down the gullet, down out into the bay, and encountered a shipwreck. Well, survivors of a shipwreck. And in your attempt to get them on board, you came across a rather large ocean beastie. You fired some cannons. Some ballista? Did anyone actually shoot that? Other than
Dieter.
Dieter?
He
ripped
shot
it
with
off.
the bull- he shot
Yeah.
it with the
He went
with
full
the-
Arnie with it.
We were on the cannon a fair bit though.
The cannon
That thing
did
was
some
good.
work.
Yep, worked the Gyarados over pretty good.
Yes, sir. It, with Thuridin in its grip, dove. And Thuridin was
Battered.
well hurt, but alive. And all three of you made it down with some incredible luck. some
quick maths.
some top-notch guesstimations that you didn't even guesstimate. Your dice literally told you how far to go. Amazing.
Perfect roll.
Amazing.
It's just like when we turned what's her name back into the
To
yoga.
a bloody
Yeah.
storm giant.
Yeah.
Giant, yeah.
Good grief. Sometimes the dice will something, and sometimes they will not something.
And yeah, the fact that it was like rolling intelligence, you have no idea.
You rolled a
Like,
6 or something.
Yeah,
and
so,
you're like,
okay,
Below you.
what's a random number that would pop into my head?
dart at a
The
dartboard.
exact number.
Maybe 1 foot shy.
Yeah.
1 foot shy.
But because you were 30 foot up and 20 out, you were not inside the
Yeah.
beast. Had you
Hopefully.
have
Got it.
gone further,
Yeah.
you would have apparated within the beast and both taken damage. You probably would have killed it, but you would have taken a hell of a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Be a
Trying
cool
to
way kill
occupy the
someone.
same
I'm
spot.
actually kind of down with that.
Yeah.
That'd be a
That's
sick
what
way.
I was
He's
thinking.
getting away. No,
Okay.
you're not.
Then you were 20 feet out, 30 feet up, and I was like, oh,
I'll say, well,
that would've been so much
unfortunately,
more
it does
fun.
say if you arrive in a space already occupied by an object or a creature,
Mm-hmm.
you and any creature traveling with you take 4d6 force damage, and the spell fails to teleport you.
Oh, so
I was
you
thinking
would
we
take damage.
We would have just
Yeah.
like
We'd have just
collapsed
gone,
on the boat.
Ow!
Well, yeah, you
Like
open the
those-
door and there's just a brick wall. You go, oh, damn it.
Ah,
Yeah, fair.
he came
Like when you
up
see
like-
people trying to like push a pull door and just walk into it.
It's just that.
So that almost happened. But anyway, You defeated it. You shot it up the pooper.
Yeah.
Managed to get a shot off just underwater, just within range.
Yep.
And
With me new toy.
did a sizable amount of damage.
Got
Did
your
you
new
take
toy in its butthole.
Did you take your damage for that?
Probably. I think. Like.
Either way, doesn't really matter.
I know I'm down like.
Or
8
does
or
it
10
when you
or
fight
something.
the next 3?
I mean, have we had 2 fights in a day ever?
But it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
larger.
One time we had 3, I think.
Oh wow.
Past that, you got back on deck. Kincaid spent like 40 minutes on the ocean floor, just slowly cutting the thing apart as much as he could,
Grilling.
taking some
Scale.
keepsakes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got 3 big scales and then
And a big old sack of scraps.
yeah.
Did you get his blood? Or no?
Underwater, and he didn't have his vials and tinctures with him. Sadly.
Yeah. I got 3 big old sea serpent scales and then 4 pounds, like a bundle of 4 pounds of like shattered scale, or like smaller scales or whatever.
Yeah. So you brought that back up on deck, and that is basically where we ended the session. So, picking it back up. That was good timing there, music.
Small reminder, I'm still pretending to be Vannon. And Vannon is with us.
Thank you.
And he's pretending to be you.
Good looking out.
He's pretending to be you.
Yeah, I think he's just pretending to be me.
Yeah, I
Or
guess
He's
the
just
guy.
pretending to be a guy.
Dude.
Just the
Yeah.
guy that's a person
Isn't it Herbert
doing
or
things.
Egbert?
Yeah,
Egbert. No, it's
Egbert.
Egbert, and then if
If he's
identity
colourblind,
fails,
he's
it's
Herbert.
oh no, I am Herbert. Oh,
Sorry.
Herbert, Egbert, Hubert.
Yeah.
Hubert Farnsworth, that's right.
Yeah.
I know who I am. I'm dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Excellent.
Dudes are emerging.
So, getting back to the ship, it is well beaten. It is leaking fair amount of water below deck, so there's people constantly bailing up and down the stairs. There's people working on repairs, working on the mast, working on the sail. You only need to limp into harbour. So basically, Chet is getting repairs to a functional level where you're not going to immediately sink, and just get to harbour, and then work on repairs from there. So yes, you all sort of pitch in as best you can, getting the ship at least not sinking. You get that done in a matter of a few hours. Probably takes you, because it's dark. Some people having some struggles with light, trying to figure out where the water's actually coming from. So it's getting fairly late. It'd probably be... what time was it?
Well, we left super early in the morning, but I think
Yeah,
it took
depends
us.
on how long it
Took
took
you
us to.
almost an entire day to dusk to get into the bay.
Yeah, I think it was. So
Hour.
I've got about midday. We made it to the mouth of the Sky Flow. Then it's all the way down the Sly
Sly.
Flow.
Yep.
And then the whole incident.
Sea monster.
Yeah, so it's probably about 7 when Kincaid gets back up on deck.
Sun has set.
Well and truly set. So Chet sort of... We will rest. We will get to the Tidecaller Sanctuary in the morning.
And we just hope there's no more of those things around here.
Well, we...
I mean, none are showing up in the last hour though. Although, however,
We are...
interesting fun fact, that thing was not from around here.
Is that so?
Hmm,
Where is it from?
I don't know.
Valuable.
Somewhere else.
Always.
And
Well,
by
that's-
somewhere else, I mean very somewhere else.
Like the
Meaning-
teleporting bugs somewhere else.
Exactly.
Right.
Is that right? That's what you said to me.
It was
Yeah.
otherworldly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has come
You
from
know sea
the
creatures.
plane of... Yeah, I know sea creatures. And I grew up around here, and this was from somewhere else entirely. The fins were all backwards from how they would be in these sea creatures.
That is quite worrying.
Hmm.
Well, we will double our lookouts and get through the night as best we can. We will sail by morning if all repairs are completed.
Hey Kincaid. Do
Yes.
you have any kind of control water, control wind to fill the sails, anything like that you can prepare for tomorrow? To kind of just make sure we get into harbour okay?
Maybe. I don't know.
What's your first name, Mr. Burns? I don't know.
Yes,
Oh, good.
I can make some water.
Can you also destroy water?
Yes.
Because that'd get rid of it from the hull, or from the bowels.
Anything
can-
that
what-
you can do to help will be...
Do you think
Most
that the
useful.
ship would count as an open container?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Anything's
we're-
a container.
And then
It
once you-
does currently
once you've got
contain water.
The thing that
It
you can
also
get in and out,
contains-
that's an opening.
Yep.
I mean, what else do you want?
it contains people and a cargo.
Pay it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what Wizards of the Coast meant, but
Hey, man.
oh,
But damn, we'll take it.
They didn't intend a lot.
Turtles certainly don't have anuses by their reckoning.
in that case, yes.
Super.
And
Yeah,
maybe
'cause I think that would be super helpful to just to ensure that we get into harbour.
Well,
I
yeah,
could
do that, and we
also
can
do-
definitely get any holes left down
Mm.
below.
Dieter's sort of going around, allocating work for people that suits them best. He goes below decks, sloshes through, and he sees you just like laying in a hammock, bruised and beaten. He's just like
With the hose coming from the
yeah,
barrel
from,
into my mouth.
from a keg.
The barrel's like floating.
I believe you have earned such a rest. Come up deck when you are.
Yeah, just
Well
give
enough.
me an hour or 8. Oh,
Okay,
The response is
understood. Some hose.
implodes from the fucking suction.
But yeah, there's activity everywhere, all over the ship. So who is going to do some lookout duty?
It's night time. I will.
All right. Anyone else?
I'll take Hermes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
have
you'd
that
be
as
able to cover the ship fairly well. They kind of need you for like
Yeah, that's what
rigging and
Yeah.
repairs.
I was gonna. Yeah,
And morale.
if you're happy with. All right.
Morale would not be a bad plan.
Give us a sea shanty.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I got some shant. Can I get you to roll performance while you shant?
Early in the morning.
28.
It's very topical about bailing water and keeping your boat afloat.
After a sea monster attack on the 18th of Nihilus. Bit too specific.
Everyone's
you
just
won't
like,
believe it. I have the perfect song.
it's finally come to be.
I learned this song 30 years ago.
I always
and
thought to myself,
Is it
One
one
day-
that you wrote, do you reckon?
They said I was mad.
that was bad.
You'll never be able to use this song
But I knew.
deep down.
My heart of hearts.
So, keeping spirits up on the ship is very important, especially when, they've just done a full day of sailing with no reprieve, and now they've got to do a full night of repairs and bailing and very little rest. So, people get like a 1 hour rest break, and that's about it. The cooks, if you would like to assist there.
Absolutely.
So, you can be destroying water once you've rested.
Yeah.
But in the interim, food, using anything that's wet, so before it spoils, just cook it. So you and Molos below deck are working kind of overtime, just getting
Whipping up
food
a
out to
storm.
people because it's better than sleep in some places. Yes. So, can I get some perception rolls from you?
You and Hermes.
One for you and one for Hermes.
Oh,
10 for Hermes. And then a 3 for me.
Solid. So
Good
it's
stuff.
Is it still misty?
somewhat.
That's
Not
my excuse.
not too bad. Certainly not as thick as it was when the creature emerged.
Much worse.
No, it's thick enough where he's looking.
They're not heated up.
ah.
Oh, dang.
I could.
Hate.
Flick them on, you might as well. What else?
Didn't buy them to not use them.
Yeah. Besides, you can use them in Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Creepy spirit
It's
town.
fog.
You don't know. You don't know what it's like.
No, I don't.
It's full of fog.
Maybe it's very sunny.
I do, and it's full of fog.
I can't even see my grandmother's house, and she's right over there.
Is it fog or smog?
It's
All
both.
the bodies.
It's both. Bog.
It's bog smog.
No, there are no open flames allowed in Bournemouth.
Well, the turtle has an anus.
Boy, howdy.
We don't even need the pigs.
They just have like a communal like spot where they have to, you know, use their anuses once every year.
It just all runs downhill.
Yeah, into this big fog pit that billows out.
They
into
try
the
and
world.
burn it.
I
and it
didn't
just
know that
moves.
Bournemouth was built on a volcano. Oh, it's not.
It is a different kind of heat.
Like those big tire burning piles.
Yeah, basically.
Permanently on fire and
The
like
entire
constantly.
It's the Bournemouth shit pit. Just lit and belching
Surprised
smoke.
Belchback hasn't moved here.
No, I'm sure Belchback comes for like his, you know, weekend swimming.
No, he's got a holiday house on
Yeah.
the shore.
On the shore of the tire pit.
He roasts food over the flames.
day to swim in the lake.
All right, back to the task. Hermes, at a certain point in the night, spots something, a figure in the water.
Does it look vaguely humanoid?
Somewhat, yes.
Cool. Can I dancing lights over where it is?
Very small figure.
I don't know. Is there a crew member near me?
Yeah, you
Okay.
could point it out to Dieter if you wanted.
Yeah, dude. Just nudge him and say, "What the hell is that? Is that a person?
It looks like it.
What do we do?"
Ahoy down there, are you? Alive? And you hear
I think they're alive.
Was it the gnome that got yeeted off the cannon?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
it is.
The-
It is Brock.
Brock, gnome engineer.
Brock, like, just keeping tread.
Oh, do we have one of those things we threw to the other guys?
A little life ring.
Does it weigh 5 pounds or less?
How much is 5 pounds again? 2.2,
2
did you say?
Yeah, it's like 2.5 kegs.
Yeah, it would be less than that.
Because
Alright,
they're
Hermes
meant to be
carries it out
light
to
to
him.
float in the
Okay.
water. That's like the whole.
So I don't have to get in the water again.
Okay.
They're meant to be light to float.
Yeah,
that's,
exactly.
That's
Like
the
made
whole
of
point
cork.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it still
Um,
has mass.
So plops it next to him, and you see him just like.
He made
It
us.
looks like a drowned rat.
I'm astounded.
And Dieter's, hold on! And just begins.
Growing his way out.
This tiny little figure's just like clung to it. And then plop onto the deck. He just sprawls there, looking bedraggled and absolutely beat. Like he's been swimming for a good while. Tiny man, some seas. And yeah.
I'm astounded you made it. How indeed.
I need a medic of some sort.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Ribs are crushed.
And he just hurls up a bunch of seawater.
Ugh.
And he is absolutely spent, but somehow alive.
Yeah, I'll go find Kincaid.
Come up to just as I'd have it come. Okay, we want pierogi. The meat was very wet, so we had to cook it now. And I found some of the sea monsters, so if it still tastes a bit different to your normal beef,
Just
that's why.
The cannon blew off.
Right away, I will have some. And Venom
Oh,
sort
it's
of,
the cannon man! Oh, you don't look so good, buddy.
He desperately
Well-
needs medical attention.
Not me.
Okay,
and you hand him a pierogi. He's like,
Ah,
your cannon is so cool. I used it lots.
my ribs are crushed, please. Breathing is agony.
He's here, me.
How's the pierogi? Does it help?
Say that it's good.
Say tell me you like my cooking.
I'm in incredible pain, but it's great.
Fine, I'll cure wounds him.
and you just hear these popping, crunching sounds. Ah!
Oh, that reminds me, there's some corn in the hold.
Oh, I can breathe. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
What is your name?
Kincaid, brother, Kincaid.
Oh, you. Oh, you just saved my life, thank you.
Your cannon blew the sea monster into
Are you-
itty-bitty pieces.
I didn't even get to fire it.
I fired it twice, I think.
Oh, good.
Maybe 3 times. It got very hot. Is that a feature or a bug?
Was it beautiful?
Oh, it was amazing.
I bet. No, it gets very hot.
It did get very hot. Is it meant to? Why? That seems like a fire hazard on a ship. Seems
Well,
like a silly design.
If you want to speed an object up to a few hundred miles an hour, then it produces heat.
Just put the heat in the bowl.
Somewhat does.
Oh, okay.
It also-
Put more in the bowl, because I
is
thought it
meant-
was going to set the ship on fire.
It needs to vent somewhere. It won't burn you. It's just.
No, it didn't burn me.
God, I
It
know.
was very cool.
Yes. What is this?
It's a pierogi.
Chet's sort of like, this is quite amazing.
Thank you.
Uh,
I did say I was a cook.
yes,
Just because I like fishing.
Molos, does not make things quite as good as this.
Well, that's okay. It just needed some, inspiration.
Could please teach him.
Okay.
Everybody try one of these. It is quite good for him. And, spirits liven up, finding another survivor. There are a few crew missing that were either thrown overboard or squashed when the ship was battered. It's probably 3, and Dieter would be able to give you names for them. That I have not checked. But yes, that's the only thing of note through the night. You do spot some wreckage, like just flotsam pieces of wood and stuff from the ship that got wrecked. But other than that, not a lot. You get through. Make a Constitution saving throw just to see how much booze you can get through.
Con save?
Yep.
18?
A lot. You can get through probably half of a keg,
Nice.
which is
And this is like slowly just like
just
sucking
sipping.
on it as I'm trying to fall asleep.
And it helps the hurt go down.
Make the ouchie go bye-bye.
Yeah. Is there anything any of you would like to do through the night?
Yeah, not really.
I don't think so.
Vannon or Hubert / Egbert /
Herbert. You can't remember the name that you gave me.
No. Great, thank you. He busies himself. People tend to warm to him, like he's not an a-hole. So he gets along well with the crew. He knows the working man. He knows people that sail. He knows all sorts of people, so he shares tales and that sort of stuff with them. But yeah, he busies himself as best he can while laying low.
Super.
Dawn breaks upon the ship, and you would all take a point of exhaustion because you would have to work through the night.
Except for me.
Except for you.
Yeah.
You would be fine.
But, I thought it was like a save. I don't know. Is it automatic?
I believe if you go 24 without a long rest.
I think you have to make a save.
Is it?
No
could be
idea.
right. Yeah, I don't actually know.
It's something like that, but I'm not sure if it's automatic or if we.
Oh.
And we level up because we killed a big sea serpent from a different plane.
Nope.
Okay.
It's like, creature can't benefit from more than one long rest.
Good egg.
No, it's in here somewhere.
It doesn't say it under normal exhaustion rules. We'll just go with that.
Well, yeah, because it does say like when they're exposed to particularly draining circumstances.
yep.
So working all through the night,
Yep.
probably particularly draining.
Labouring through the night. Sitting in a hammock all night, not so exhausting, so you do not get that point. But Varus, can you
go.
roll for your flask?
Whenever you end a 24-hour period without finishing a long rest, you must succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or suffer 1 level of exhaustion. It's in Sanithars. That's what I was looking. I was like, I have read something.
I was just gonna say before we like take our long rest / go through the night, do we want to use sendings or anything?
I've burnt all my spells.
Okay.
I've burnt
Okay.
spells as well.
19.
19. Okay.
Do you want us to do the save or?
Well, we'd be next to Thuridon. For some of it, I don't know if that would count.
No, I would stick with, 24 hours of being on for the whole thing, and a fight like that would be exhausting circumstances.
So exhausting laying down here in the bed.
Yes.
While you're healing all of your ribs.
Yes. While you're slowly repairing yourself.
Well, doesn't it? But we'd lose it pretty much straight away. Like, we'd get exhausted. Oh no, we're not having a long rest.
Yeah, that's the point.
No,
Right?
I mean,
That's
when
why
we
we're
get to
getting
Thornmouth, we can have a long rest.
it. We can sleep.
And then work through the night.
Yep.
Is Thornmouth the city that never sleeps?
Yes.
It's like
Because of the smell, yeah.
So
city that never dies.
come morning, you see Thuridon up on deck. He's sort of like stretching himself gingerly, testing the ribs, testing flexibility. He took some crushing damage, and the joints would be sore. But
Took 105 damage.
that's how many times did that kill Ricky?
twice.
Twice?
I think it killed you almost 4 times.
What? How much was
105.
it? 3 times.
So you took enough punishment to kill most people multiple times.
And the best part is, like, me and Kincaid did not take damage at all.
Yeah.
Not a single point of damage.
No,
Yeah. Well, you certainly weren't up in its face, so you weren't firing the
Why
cannon.
would I be?
Yeah, exactly. So you are not a Target.
That's what I'm there for.
Chet sort of rouses everybody, and you begin, slowly limping back towards town. It takes you probably an hour, and everyone is sort of all hands on deck. Everyone is assisting to get the ship, to actually obey where he's trying to steer it. His station up at the helm was actually destroyed pretty hard. So his ability to direct the vessel was severely limited. So that's most of what the repairs were going towards, as well as integrity of the ship. But you make it into Thornmouth. You make it into Tidecaller's Sanctuary. There is quite a number of ships. This is obviously a very busy port. You see all manner of ships docked. You see people out on the docks. This is probably, 8, 9 a.m.? All manner of shouts, gulls cawing overhead. And yeah, you can hear the shouts echoing over the water. And you slowly get into dock. And with a sigh of relief, drop anchor and, hook the ship up to your dock so it doesn't go anywhere. Chet, you just see him visibly deflate. You can see he's absolutely exhausted, but you've made it. You've made it to Thornmouth at long last.
We got there in the end, buddy. Clap him on the back.
Lucky we all kiss the maidenhead, huh?
We would not have made it if you did not do such a thing. So thank you, that was very spicy.
You pay us for guarding. Needlebark Goods and Services guarantee guarding well the ship.
Very much earned that title of guard. You sold yourselves to protect us all.
Mainly Thuridon. We sold him.
yeah.
That much is true. You have my respect, and you're welcome aboard this ship anytime.
If you ever need us, give him a little business card.
Who are you going to call?
Personal or
Needlebark Goods and
business.
Services.
Okay, I will be attempting to find somebody to assist in repairs for the ship.
No worries.
We may not make any profit off this run, but the ship, she still floats. Thank you. Thank you all.
Cheers for the ride, mate.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for your service.
You must really love the ship.
Oh yes, I would not let her go down without a fight.
Well, yeah. I mean, you tried to fight a creature the size of a building with a pistol for it, so props to you.
Very brave. Interesting strategy, but brave.
Well, I figure you're not going to outrun something that big. May as well stand and fight or go down with it.
Yeah, still. Props to you.
Ah, Tessa!
And you see a figure coming up the gangplank, a small dwarven woman by the looks. She's got rings on her fingers and barefoot on the docks. All right. Whoa, you lot have had a rough night, haven't ya? Hello, Chet.
Hello, Tessa. We need service as soon as possible. We need repairs. We were attacked in the bay.
All right. Well, I'll have a look around, see who's there for you, yeah? Are you unloading or just repairs?
We are just repairs at the moment. We will be on soon. As soon as we are seaworthy.
Right. Anyone disembarking?
That'll be us.
Are you the harbour master?
Yeah. 2 toes. And you are?
I'm sorry?
You're
Do you only have 2 toes?
That's me.
I look at it.
Should have like
Only
2
two
big
toes.
toes on each foot.
No.
Like on each foot
Pinky
or 2
on one,
in total?
big toe on the other.
That's so awkward.
And
Is
it
she
looks
wearing-
like they were bitten off, or like she just was never born with them.
Make
Maybe
a
frostbite?
perception check.
Is she wearing thongs? Because if so, how does she keep them on?
Because
That's a 19.
if she is, I have a follow-up question.
You, by the looks of it, it doesn't seem they're very cleanly cut off. So whatever led to her having to cut off her own toes or someone else cutting off her toes, you're not sure, but they were definitely intentionally removed.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a shark.
No.
Okay. Well, I'll say nothing about that, but, pleasure to meet you.
And you were?
Egbert. No.
You're
Egbert, no.
Make a deception check.
I say now that we're in Bournemouth, because he's going to go off on his own, isn't he? So
I think it's
I think it's okay.
I wanted to ask him if we need to escort him somewhere specific in the city, or was it just to get here?
Varys.
Hey, Hugh
Yeah, that's a 6.
Egbert.
Shoe Egbert.
Did we need to drop you off at a particular place in the city? Like, where are you going? Do we need to take you to Dee's Palace, or...
I am Tessa. I will need you to find me Cinqua, if you could.
Right.
Oh, yes, Cinqua.
Okay. Yeah, if you go over... where's Cinqua at the moment?
Do you know who that is, Kincaid?
Oh, yes.
Cousin, sister, Cinqua.
My good friend.
I believe Cinqua was spending some time in the Serene Sanctum. If you head over there, you'll probably find him. Thank you. I will do so.
Would I know who that is? Or what?
Make a history check.
With advantage, because I'm from here?
No, the only reason you're getting to make it a
Is
check
because I'm
is
from
because you're
here.
from here.
Visual listening?
Sure.
16.
Okay. Sounds like a total name. You weren't given a clan name, so you're not sure which clan that would be from, but some total name.
Oh, yes. The famous total... Stindia.
And the rest of you.
Needlebark Goods and Services.
Right, but what's your name? I
He's
need
goods
to-
on services.
Right,
I'm
and your
Needle
name.
Bark.
I need to keep track of
Gimrick.
those. Gimrick, lovely.
Yeah, Thurin.
Durden.
Dr. Brother Kincaid of the Obolchka clan.
Kalashnikov. A welcome home, I guess. And
Absolutely.
what's your business? I suppose.
Goods and Services.
Is that true too?
We have, yes, and also business with the keepers of the Crystal Archive.
That lot.
Yes.
Okay.
What makes you...
You don't really look like one
Yeah.
of the
Like I guess kind
scribes
of anymore. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
anymore with all your mushrooms and stuff.
There's it's under there if you really look for it.
under the
but
layers of grime.
It's like you gotta squint. That fact.
It's kind of
Push
at
some
this
vines aside and the holy symbols there.
at this point that you realize how much you've changed. When
suppose when you put it that way, Tessa Tutos, it is strange.
yeah, either way, if you need any help, if there's any spiritual disturbance, reach out to the Spectral Reach. They will
course.
handle any and all instances related to ghosts, specters, spirits, anything like that. For those of you that haven't been here,
Sorry, who were they?
the Spectral Reach. It's rather large.
Spiritual breach called the Spectral Reach.
What?
I see a jingle
yeah,
there.
not bad.
Who are you going to call?
The
Spectral
Spectral
Reach.
Reach.
Nah?
I mean, if they don't really need advertising, but that's good. Are you a musician of some sort?
I am. Marketer,
A
musician,
wordsmith.
advertiser, wordsmith,
Ah,
poet.
nice.
What if the jingle went something like do 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 do?
I was waiting for it. I was like, who's this guy? Oh, there we go.
I'm hearing it.
Right.
It's kind of catchy.
There's a few other people just docking, so I've got stuff to do. But lovely to meet you all.
Who would we report big beasts coming into the river near here from another dimension to? Is that you? Or is that more of a Spectral Reach or the Coast Guard? Or...
That would probably be me. Sorry, what?
Yeah, so when we were sailing up this live flow, there
Show us
was
down.
there. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, there was a big beast.
A big meter long.
Just like
chunk of
hubcap
skull.
out of my backpack. There was a big sea serpent like Gyarados from the famous play.
The pocket monsters.
And some sort of big sea serpent, but I could tell that it wasn't from this here because I'd never seen one before and the fins were backwards. And we killed it though, so no worries. It's at the bottom of this live flow.
Oh,
But here's proof.
well, that's
Scaled.
good that you managed to slay the beast.
We did.
Was there a bounty or anything?
Surely.
I was unaware of such a thing. One of our, let me check, flips out a sort of manuscript to yesterday's date.
Oh, two blokes are dead.
Apparently, it's a ship of war. You can see from the state of the Picante.
There actually was a ship that was
Yeah,
destroyed, all crew.
Do you know what sort
Dead.
of ship it was?
A sailing ship.
Yeah, there were 2 crew members that we tried to save, but
They were just floating on a husk.
yeah, they were unfortunately lost at sea.
We tried
Oh.
to rescue them, and then the beast attacked us, and
Oh.
they took their chances in the water.
Well, law of the ocean, you protect yourself first, I guess. Well, that would account for this lot not showing up yesterday. Okay. Well, that's disturbing news. We'll keep our ears out for any other cries like that.
If you had a mind for purchasing defences for the port, talk to Brock off the Picantia Law.
Oh yeah.
Cannons.
Cannons worked very well.
All
Cannot speak highly enough.
right. Well,
Just a couple of them, and the harbour would probably be safe from them.
we don't really have any enemies. Like everyone is welcome to sail in here, but from beasties, yeah, not a bad plan.
Yeah.
I'll make some inquiries. Thank you. Thanks for the heads up.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, go about your business. I've got that all noted down.
Ooh, actually, could you point us towards a nice hotel?
A hotel.
Don't worry, we stay with my family.
Oh no!
I feel like we'll be imposing, just in case. We need one.
No, it's no problem.
Just in case we need one.
Plenty of room,
Just-
always at
what's
the
the name of
Overwatch.
You want a nice one?
Yeah.
The hardback in.
Hardback.
Hardback. If you're looking for a bed for the evening, while you guys are discussing, I'm going to make a perception check, Mr. Kincaid.
Brother and sister, brother. 17.
you lose all track of what Tessa's saying. You just spot walking along the dock. Is she older or younger?
Depends which one it is.
There's 100
It
of them.
is.
There's like I've got a lot of siblings. I've got like 6.
Good thing
I think I have more than you.
You see Rosalind and Nelk.
Rosie, donkey!
And they're sort of just like,
It's good kind!
what are you doing?
I'm back at home! Oh, no,
You
you've
are-
gotten so big!
No, no, sort of like, you have gotten so big, brother! Oh! Holds around you, Rosalind, like, these are seafaring turtles. You would know. Well, actually, you can explain it to the rest
Oh,
of the
this,
group.
everybody come and talk. This is my older sister, Rosalind. She's the captain of a shipping succession family. Look at all this.
Oh, he's mentioned you before. Nice to meet you.
And this is Noki's also on the ship.
Big succession family also.
Lovely to meet. We are.
This is Ricky, this is Thornton, this is Farron.
Oh,
we have
lovely.
business together. We kill hydras and dragons up in city and also forest.
Brother, you have changed so much.
Ah, it's still me.
No, you have grown. We have not seen you in what? No, any idea? Well, probably maybe 10 years.
Well, yes, I meant to visit, but
Well,
you know the way.
as you know, we have been abroad. We have been sailing
Of course.
on the Whispered Luck to.
That's the one. Oh, you gave it a new name.
We-
That sounds much better.
We have not been back for years, so you would not have found us. But it's so good to see you. You are so weakly and sickly.
Oh, not that weakly and sickly.
This one, yeah.
Oh,
You
they're
must-
exaggerating, big jokesters.
This guy's hard as a rock, and I just tonk his shell.
We are going back with father. He's in town. Have you seen him?
No, we literally just got here like 2 minutes ago.
We have so much. Please. We will get our ship situated.
Absolutely.
We will meet you in town. Papa will be getting her the goods from so much. Frederick.
Well, Freddy's still here.
He married
No, he didn't.
Key. If you know Key.
Of course I know Key.
Well,
Little Key from up the road. No way. He
they
hated him.
they are living
Like hated him.
living at Papa's house.
Oh, they have family all back together.
Like, yeah, I'm gobsmacked, and Nolk is sort of just like looking up at you, just like, like, so he's probably 16, 17, so he's a younger fella. He does woodworking basically aboard ships, repairs, that sort of stuff. Tessa sort of hates to break up a family reunion, but no, this lot need you. The ship's barely staying above, if you could. And Nolk sort of, don't live without me, okay?
Of course not. Of course not.
I'll be back. And sort of goes to get his tools. He got a job to do, but pay will be good. Yes, Rosalind's. So, the big family, we'll do some zaptra. We'll handle all of that. You just come.
Oh,
You're
we've had to
all
bring
welcome.
something.
All welcome.
We can't have you. We can't have you do the whole thing. What about? I'll bring the vodka.
Well, that, I'll allow that.
Yeah, of course you will.
Papa will be buying everything. So
Oh, we
let-
have to help out.
go find him. Sort it out with him.
Of course, of course.
But and Fred should be on guard somewhere.
It's worse. What's he up to himself? He's still a guard.
Yes, he's guarding the city. He and Adelaide. They are both.
still guards.
Well, it's
They always talked about starting the business together.
steady work.
I guess you take
can't-
the security in this economy. Am I right, Rosie?
You're right. But I've got business.
No, of course. We kept you too long anyway. So good to see you.
Yeah.
Go. We see you
wait.
tonight for dinner.
I found this small piece of jade, and she's somehow been shaping it, like it looks hand done, shaping it into a small shape of a turtle.
Oh, it's beautiful. You always had that artsy side.
It's
You get it from Mom, you know.
part of our. Yeah. Have you
It's
seen her?
beautiful.
Any news? No, let's talk of this at
Wait,
dinner.
I'll tell you the whole story. There's a whole thing with the tribes in this forest and blah blah blah.
Well, I'll see you at his.
Absolutely. Dinner tonight. I'll tell you the whole story then.
Wonderful. And so she hurries back off to the Whispered Lark, a fairly large trade ship.
So like a merchant.
Yep. Yeah.
How long
So
have they been operating?
years. She.
At least
is-
She's my older.
Yeah, she's the eldest, I believe. I think we
Well,
have
it's
it.
No, she's my twin apparently.
Ah,
Oh.
Yeah,
She
so
can be older by a minute.
Adelaide's the eldest.
Adelaide's the oldest, and then Frederick and Nulk are younger, and Rosalind's my twin.
Yeah, so Adelaide, the eldest, went into guard work for Thornmouth. Frederick also followed her into guarding because he was getting married.
Frederick the second. Frederick the first died.
Poor Freddie. Freddie too. So Roland, your father, is somewhere in town. So you sort of have a
I mean, I'd probably go to the house.
find wherever the
Assume-
markets are and
Where, because I have dad, like he was like a woodworker.
Yeah.
And that's kind of Nulk kind of learnt.
Yeah,
And then
from
went onto
him.
the ships, yeah.
yeah.
So if it's like during the day, I'd assume
Yeah,
that he's
so
probably
it's-
in his
it's
shop.
early
or
day,
market
but-
or wherever.
As Rosalind said, he's in town currently buying supplies, and your homestead is a few k's outside town. Like he's not a city fella by any means, but it's interesting to come home and see familiar faces. So, what would you like to do in Thornmouth?
Is there any? Did we need to? We didn't need to do anything else for Vannon.
Oh yeah, we can wrap that sort of. Vannon's just sitting back watching. He's like, yeah, Hubert, Herbert,
Hugh Egbert Herb.
Egbert.
Quagbert.
I am Hegbert. I'm not so good at the fake names but you have all delivered very exceptionally. You've kept me alive, so I thank you. Fog rolls in. Yes.
Oh, the sea mist of the Thornmouth port.
The Thornmouth mist.
Port.
Mist guarantee.
Thornmouth.
Yeah, what'd I say? Our ship guard guarantee is yours or something.
Let's do a change of colouring.
Now, guarantee is your shipping guards.
All I can
Your
think of
ship
is the
garden.
Bournemouth shit pit.
Oh, the shit pit is burning today. I had some spicy herring the other night. Oh boy.
We also caught a herring.
Boshka boy.
You said the Tidecaller Sanctuary? Is that just like the port?
Yeah,
like the
that's the
docks?
name of
Sorry.
the port, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Vannon,
I
if
didn't even check that we're live on Twitch. Just make it.
probably, we're just kind of say to Vannon, look, if you need any help in town or getting back, and we're around, feel free to reach out.
Yes, we'll either be here at my father's workshop on Jobdobdog Street, or if you go a little bit out of town and left at the Monkey's Tree. Then up the road, that's where our farm is. So
Oh,
If you
you're
need
on
help-
their farm outside town.
yes,
Okay. Well, if I need you,
most of a farm and just a house, but we call it the farm. Long story.
I will send you a message if I'm needing your service to get him or any other.
Absolutely, we'll be
But-
around.
A pleasure. Lovely to.
Always.
And thank you for your service. Thank you for being me.
Oh, thank you
And
for paying us.
that was not me. But I will bid you
Best of
adieu.
luck with your business.
Thank you. And you see him head off to some beautifully manicured, strange for you guys, strange plant life, but for you, familiar plant life. Some sort of manicured gardens.
Anyone following him?
Make a perception check.
15.
There's a fair bit of bustle at this hour. You don't see anyone, obviously, watching or doing anything like that, so
Okay, cool.
not that you can see.
Kincaid, since we have your family dinner tonight, should we do business today? Or do you want to? Are we staying in town for a few days, and do you want to just settle into the city today? Do you want to take us to your favorite bakery?
Oh, that does sound like a
Are there any shops here that have magic items that we can have as
is there? There's the Skubovka Arbory, which is the most big bazaar in town.
Let's go to the Skabobka Augury.
Spagogbaragari.
Spruggeraggery.
The Spagogka Armor. It's
Getting worse.
Started off as real words and it turned into spagog barabary.
Yeah. As you would realize, you come into this familiar space. It's very strange while you're here. You don't so much hear the wind as you hear, very soft, very faint moaning cries. It's just a normal sort of thing for you.
Yeah.
But the rest of you are just like,
What was that?
What?
That. They are.
Oh, the Whispers of the Dead. Do you know? You've never been here before. The veils between the worlds are very thin here. Not all of them, but just the world of the dead and the living. So you just sort of hear the dead on the, it's like in the next room, except it's a dimension. And it's very
And it's
close.
going to be like this all night.
Yes.
Do we need to call the spectral reach?
No. That would be if it's much louder and with like teeth.
Is this the way you
Talons,
Anything sharp.
spectral blades,
Is
a
this the
whale
way-
that feels like it's pulling the soul out of your body.
Oh,
Do
that's lovely.
earplugs work?
Eh?
Do earplugs work? My
You
God,
know I've
just
never
like
tried.
this cotton.
You just sort of get used to it. It's like, if you live near a road.
I'd rather not.
Is this why you decided to join the Crystal Archive?
Oh, no, they just took me in.
Okay.
I was a little bit sick. They're obviously not weak and puny like they were saying. Big and strong, but just also sick. And they healed me, and I kind of got chatting while I was being healed, and it seemed interesting, so I went there and apprenticed, but then, blah, blah, blah.
I know exactly
Blah,
what
blah, Stonebrick.
on your way to the Skablob Bazaar.
Zabobga. Yeah, I think it was Zabobga.
Skabobga.
Zabobga. Z-B-O...
So, as-
B-G. Zabobga.
Asking-
Arbory.
Asking anyone else, and they will give you a different name for the bazaar.
Sorry, is there an apostrophe after the Z?
Every
Nope.
person names it differently. But
Zabobga.
you walk past a little shop with bone chimes at the front called Sea Ant Sundries, and you see a human babbling inanely, speaking languages you've never heard before, eyes pinned wide like bloodshot, and there's a turtle
fellow with the familiar green cut garb of the Spectral Reach. You can see the sort of cloak over his back, and he's using some sort of magic, so holding a hand to the side of this man's face. And then you see sort of a flash of light, and you see this almost after image come out of the man that's babbling. And you hear a as this spectral something is released, and the man sort of comes back to non-uncommon sight. Hauntings, any sort of spectral
Just a
activity.
regular little possession.
Yeah.
Is that gonna happen to us when we're here?
Probably not.
Alright. Probably. What are the
Well,
conditions
it's like,
for it?
sometimes you go to a city and you maybe get the, barley belly. It's just like that, but it's in your soul.
Yeah.
Right.
Something.
Okay.
Barley belly of the soul.
So don't drink the water.
More like
Don't drink from the brown lake.
more like don't let your mind drink the background soul whispering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
think
not
we're
a
gonna
bad
need
way
some
of putting it.
earplugs then.
Like don't pay, if you listen to them too much, you sort of get sucked into it. Just it's like background noise. Don't pay attention to it. You learn to just sort of
Tune
block
it
it.
out.
Yeah, exactly.
You sort of stop and watch in awe as this man has a spirit removed from him. And at this point, you sort of think, oh, this would be the perfect place to get crystal eyes and crystal balls and that sort of stuff. Science, materials, spiritual tools. So if you ever need anything like that, like a crystal eye,
Or a pimp horn.
or a pimp horn, this would be the sort of place to get it. You walk past a place called Ectoplasmic Elixirs. A fairly new establishment. You don't remember it, at least within the... How long have you been gone?
Well, so I mean, it depends on how. Like, I assume I would have come back sometimes from
On-
God's Walk. So I've
On
been. I mean,
Springer.
yeah, or like back home for Christmas and
Yeah,
bank holidays.
Yep.
So
every now and again.
Yeah, so
just so you're all aware, God's Walk Keep is probably 2 days walk.
yeah, from Fallen.
How long by boat? A day?
Oh, you could get there within a day, yeah.
Yeah, so because when's the first recorded date of a session? It was fell to the 17th of Truoxus. So that was what, a bit over a month. So I've been hard gone. So it's probably I don't know, 6 months maybe. Let's say if I've been gone, it's been a month since, a month and a bit.
Yep.
Since I went to Stonebreak.
Wow.
So,
that's
Was it
crazy.
6 months to a year? Or...
Yeah, 6 months in a year, 5 days in a week, 20 days in a month.
Yeah, so it's
So you've been gone for a year.
We're
that
about
would
to.
kind of make sense. If maybe it's I was back home last year, which was about a year ago,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then went back to God's Walk Keep, got the mission to go and look for the books, headed off.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different buildings and locations that you could visit, but what would you like to achieve at the bazaar? At the Skobla Mobley.
Skabobga. Zabobga.
This is a Bobka.
Bobka.
Zabobga.
It's the
Do
elixirs, kind of
is anybody hungry? I know we had the pierogi, but that was sort of, the time was all a bit jumble.
I think I might need some
Do we
chocolate
get
as well
some- yeah.
if that's here.
Do we want to chat down, get some breakfast? Maybe then just kind of wander. I mean, Father will be busy in his shop, and they said he was getting supplies, so maybe have some that, wander around the bazaar, and then visit my father and...
Thinking about what Rosalind said, he's probably in the bazaar hunting for
Yeah, we might bump into him there.
Is there any decent food joints in this bazaar?
Oh, absolutely.
Take us to your favourite joint.
Absolutely. You have to get some of Von Von's borscht.
Von.
What exactly is Bonbon's borscht?
Well, Von Von is who makes it.
Yeah,
And
well,
the best borscht in the city, hands down.
what's a borscht?
It's like a soup made from turnips and then also seafood and also beetroots.
Sounds awful.
Very
That sounds delightful.
hardy winter vegetables.
Yeah,
and
it's like
some
a
I
beetroot
can get
soup.
around it.
Like a beetroot soup, but
Throw in some
also
gravel.
A-
It's a,
a-
it's
yeah,
a classic
pretty
dwarven
much.
meal.
A turtle walking past
Might
is
as
sort of
well.
Von borscht is not the best. Your Polnoch is the best borscht.
Absolutely,
No,
that the
come
ball
on,
not
man,
put
you're
way
calling
too
it
much.
borscht.
Kalashnikov,
they they switch to a language none of you understand, and they begin to like.
I haven't been there for over a year. Have no idea.
Staring longingly at
Kalashnikov.
an alleyway.
Kalashnikov walks up.
Kalashnikov.
Kalashnikov, and asks you a question in Aquan.
Don't worry about him. We trained him intentionally as a joke.
What's that, Kung Pao?
It's yeah, something like
We
that.
trained him wrong on purpose, as a joke.
It's a joke.
That's about face-to-fist style. How do you like it?
How are you responding?
I just do a bird.
Oh, he doesn't
What's
really
yours?
speak.
What's
He
your
doesn't
bubble?
know.
Walks off.
Oh, it's good to be back. Once.
To Von Von's.
Vodka and borscht for breakfast. You're really in format now.
And the smell of turnip and beet and radish is strong in the air. The place looks like it's spattered with blood, but it's really just
Beetroot.
beetroot.
It's really just blood.
You think it's
All I can
beetroot?
think is the formless shit bit. It's splattered because all they have is vegetable soup all day. Vodka. Really?
A lot of beets.
Sweet God.
The fiber content of the Bournemouth diet is
Is this city
unbelievable.
like the birthplace of the plague? Like,
Let's look at it like this. It's fish and root vegetables.
it's just the
Or like
worst.
seafood. And
Yeah,
root
yeah.
vegetables.
Eat it here.
Yeah, the smell for you is just
Just a
oh, so good.
For the rest of you, it's interesting.
I'm pretty sure it's
Like
just
it,
the odor inducing hallucinations. There are no spirits here.
Yeah.
There is a faint tinge of shit on the air. Is that peanut?
Corn.
I didn't eat any corn. But yes, you get some borscht. It'll cost you, a handful of coppers.
Mush out.
It's sort of like a street vendor almost, but handmade borscht, the best in the city apparently.
Best in the biz.
Yeah. So you sort of slurp on that while you walk around the bazaar. All manner of. Ricky's got red all through his beard.
More red through his beard.
How are you guys going, Varus and Thuridin? How are you guys going with the unusual fare?
I slope one down,
Mm.
and then I go back quickly and grab another one and then join them.
You're like, yes, my first ball.
Yeah, probably tasted like.
Delicious. oh, whoops.
Look, for the past 7 years, Thuridin's just eaten things that he's killed. So a nice cooked meal from a professional's grass.
Well, it's not so much cooked as pureed, but yep.
Yeah, but it's still prepared.
Prepared,
Yeah.
yes.
Might be
That's true.
prepared food, but that does not necessarily add value.
As
That's to someone
especially
who's
as
only
A
eating
bad
raw
cook
meat.
can take perfectly good apples and dough and turn it into an inedible mess.
Yeah.
Labor does not constitute value.
for this, it's for you, it's more just for breakfast.
It's so heavy for
Yeah.
breakfast.
As
is
like
like
a
a,
hearty lunch,
Yeah,
maybe,
or
but
a gazpacho on a hot day, maybe, but
It's got all the nutrients to start your day. What more could you want?
Yeah, just chew on a little bit of the dried rations and shit.
it's okay.
You gotta
Varus,
eat
your
that.
belly touched
No,
your
by all
borscht.
means. I'd like to go look at that ectoplasmic elixirs. when
Absolutely.
We get a chance, by the way.
If you're not gonna have that, can I?
Oh, all yours.
Oh,
by,
yeah.
by all means.
You're going for bowl 3. You're gonna get
Ah,
the,
see, I knew you'd like it here.
Oh,
you're gonna get the
And here's the
formless
vodka.
In a
It
barrel.
obviously
so you
can't-
get
it
like a
comes with-
taster paddle of different.
Yeah, or it's like the the sipping. Like if you go to Eastern Europe, it's like the sipping.
tiny little
small
size,
one.
Yeah, little cups.
like you
It
do in
comes with
Italy
the
for.
Yeah,
yeah, and then
Um,
everybody sits there going,
So a silver for the lot, pretty much. Whoever wants to take that off.
Oh, my city, my treat.
yeah, give it to the gambler.
Also, I'm very rich.
Yeah.
Still filthy rich.
with his pimp chain.
Yeah.
Mushrooms.
You've split ways with the Churchill and Lavia.
Yeah, it's funny, like when you've been locked up in a monastery for 30 years.
Come out, start doing drugs, comes back with a pimp chain and a gold eye.
Glass eye.
Diamond encrusted.
So one of the small stalls, ectoplasmic elixirs, they offer tinctures that will give you spectral resistance, so resistance to any damage dealt by spectral creatures. The ability to speak with ghosts and spirits. The ability to see them. And
So I want that here.
some plain healing potions as well.
Healing potions.
I mean,
Drink
would be
this
nice to,
potion of sea ghosts in Bournemouth.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
You're far
how
off.
much are all of these?
Going off any normal sort of potion price. I haven't actually priced
Or
them
is
out.
it-
No
is
idea
it
what that is.
tourist-
It might not be a
tourist
bad
prices?
shout to get
Depends
some
on-
of each, just because
I
we
think
could probably
healing
use them
potions are like
later on.
100. Like a basic healing potion
Yeah.
off the top of my head is either 50 or 100.
I feel like it's 50.
Healing
If it's 2d4, like
potion.
100 gold for 2d4. Yes.
I know when you're
Sounds
crafting,
Crafting them gets funny.
because it's cheaper because you're making it.
Oh yeah, but yeah.
So
we need-
plain healing is
stuff.
50.
Yeah.
so healing potions
And there are
50.
two greater, and they are
There's two.
225 is the listed price.
Okay.
So
So exceptionally expensive.
What about the ghost potions?
Those ones are all 15 gold a pop.
Okay.
25. Alright.
They're obviously all hand brewed, like the older. You've never seen a elderly female turtle, and she's all wrinkled and whatever happens to old turtles.
They just get more and more wrinkly.
Yeah, the shell bleaches slightly in age.
Like
So that's
fades kind
yeah,
of.
that's kind of how you can tell age you're gathering, which is sort of.
My boys, what can I interest you in?
Well, I don't know. What do you want? Some of the? Do you want to see the ghosts? Do you want the ghosts to not possess you?
Should we get some of them just for later on in case we need to talk to a ghost or see a ghost or something like that? I feel like it would come in
You
handy.
get some of those for investigation purposes, and I'd just like to buy one of the spectral resist ones.
Sure.
Wonderful. Are you all purchasing together?
Do we want to get? What do we want? Do we want to get?
I feel like do the seeing and talking to ghosts
Get one
out
of
the
each.
party ones. And
Yeah.
then,
Okay. So
Get one of each just in case, like who knows if we'll need to use it in the future.
So
It's
what?
nice to
One
say.
ghost see. Do we want to just get one of each? Like one
One
ghost
of each,
see, one ghost talk
Talk.
to, one ghost resist, and then like if we want extras, we can buy them personally.
Yeah.
yeah. Can I buy the extra spectral resist for me?
Sure. So they're
Can you give us
15 gold
a
pop?
discount for buying, multiple?
Are you purchasing any healing?
Not today.
potions?
No, don't think so.
No, then no. If you bundle them with healing,
Alright.
I could offer a discount.
Do you
Can
have
we
any?
barter?
Discount.
Do we have any less greater?
Pardon?
What kind of
We've got
discount?
regular healing potions.
Depends on the
Do you?
potions that
No,
you
no,
buy.
they.
Oh,
If you buy regular healing, I could knock a gold off each.
Yeah, spend 50, save 4.
yeah.
It's not much of it.
I have to make a living somehow.
Yeah, no, I respect it.
No, I get it.
We'll respect the
I sort of
hustle.
remember reading
Yeah.
something in Acquisitions Inc. about what's it
Barter.
called? Bartering, yeah.
So how many, like you guys added up, what are you purchasing?
How
One
much?
of each. So
One of
that's
each,
15,
and then-
15, 15.
Varus is
45.
getting an extra.
So that'd be 60 gold so far.
Cool. 60 gold.
So it's 45, and you were paying.
And I'll
so
take 15 out of mine, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you
Okay.
for your patronage so early in the morning. That bodes well with the spirits. Have a blessed day.
Spectral resist.
You're just like, ugh.
What's your guy's name again? Kincaid? Your gods?
Jugal.
Trigger.
Oh my! Well, the keeper.
Your guy.
Yeah. What's your
What's
boys?
your boy's name?
No, dude, is
That's
that
probably the 19th by now, isn't it? If we've clocked over.
Yeah,
nine.
yeah.
It is the
yeah,
19th, yeah. Is Jergal like common around here? Like, should I be saying like Jergal?
Unless
you-
probably.
with you, or-
I mean, yes. He's not around.
so-
There's lots of ghosts and stuff.
I know I read it with my Acquisitions Inc. thing. In addition to proficiencies, you can add your proficiency bonus to an ability check to negotiate price for goods and services.
Okay.
Assess the quality of equipment and treasure, or analyze resources in local area, just for future reference. That's
Cool.
yeah. I remember reading it somewhere,
Handy.
so it's part of my horse person
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Awesome. So if you were to be able to barter,
I'll need to add
you
my
could use that.
yeah
You got proficiency.
proficiency bonus to it.
While you're explaining Jergal to Ricky,
What?
you hear that's not my boy, is it? And you sort of
Turn
turn
around.
a shorter man. He's probably 5 foot total, getting on in years, 60s somewhere there. He's aged a lot and he's thinned out a little bit since you've seen him last, good few years back, but the spit of Kincaid minus the discoloration, that same beak, the same shape of shell and neck and that sort of stuff, you see Roland Jade Shell sitting.
Papa!
Boy,
Papa!
man.
Oh, you've gotten so thin, Papa!
You've gotten huge. Look at you are covered in muck.
Oh, it's the blessings of the mild mother.
The mild mother.
The mild mother.
The great mother?
The great mother.
You're going for wild mother, are you?
I think I was.
Yeah. Oh,
The
you are
moss maiden.
so Jergal no longer.
Oh boy, does he!
Who are your friends?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I rode off my Papa. This is Tourette. This is Ricky. This is Ferris.
Lovely.
My friend, my compatriot.
Oh.
We have a business together. Ricky, show the card.
Zegne, Yoya. Oh, look at this. Is it's good.
See?
You're like, I see where he gets it.
And sorry, what's your name, mate?
Roland.
Roland.
Roland, Papa Roland.
I
My father.
what are you doing here, boy of mine?
We came
Who
back.
is so strapping now?
Oh.
I remember as a child he was tiny weakling with small body.
No. He,
He told us he was always
Papa,
big, but just
funny-
kind of sick.
Funny jokes from Papa.
Aside to you guys, just he was weak of shell. He barely survived.
No.
But look at
Funny
you.
joke.
Look at you now. This is so wonderful. Kalashkinov, we are having there's so many things to be telling you. The family is convening because Key, you remember Key?
From up the road.
Yes,
I
little
saw
key.
Rosie on the docks. She
Oh, you
said
did?
that he married Freddy. She hated him. Wait,
Yes, Frederick, he fell for her. But Key is to lay a clutch
No.
in 1 week hence, so
Those rascals.
that is. Will you be home?
Absolutely. If I had known, I would have come sooner.
No. But at the Miss Vale Marsh, they are deciding to lay.
Well, it's good. That's good.
It's a respectable spot,
Absolutely.
but the
Good
clan,
choice.
the clan will be needing
course.
all that we can spare.
You have our blades, father.
Wonderful,
And
wonderful.
hammer, but he mainly uses sword now.
Oh, okay,
I got both.
okay.
And
There's a
bow.
dwarf around, I got me hammer.
You
And bow and drum and...
surround yourself.
We
with-
are mighty warriors. We slew a
Interesting
hydra in
figures.
the forest. We killed a simp. Look at
Boy, my
And
boy.
mighty sister
Just knocks over some old lady as he's pulling it out.
Potion seller just.
Well, that is. You are all very accomplished, aren't you? Have you gold?
Oh boy, do I look at it.
Pimp chain.
Pimp.
Do you need money, father?
Oh, absolutely. Well, let us walk and talk. I must expand the dinner we are. Prepare for the celebration. The family, she's all back together.
for the first time.
Yeah, Papa. Yeah, if you need money, just like
the-
5. I give him money. I give him like 5 platinum.
The misty mound was burnt down. If you didn't know, my precious family, well, the family corpse of trees were burnt down.
How did this happen?
They corpse of trees.
Sort of
don't
looks
know any
around
words.
almost suspiciously.
Misty Mountains?
Mound.
Misty Mound.
Misted Mound.
Yeah.
Misted Mound.
Yeah.
And it was a bunch of trees.
Yes.
Yeah.
So pretty much the family plot of trees, the heart of the Jade Shell clans, like any income, all of their woods workers have used the Misted Mound. But yeah, he sort of lowers his voice conspiratorially. We do not know who did it.
But we'll find out.
I had
Might I interject and just say that investigation is one of the services offered by Needlebark.
And of course, there's a friends and family discount.
A big one.
It's free for you.
Yeah.
We'll kill them for money, though.
A good hearty meal.
Not non-lethal investigations.
Yeah.
Okay, non-lethally.
well, Sigurnia.
Non-lethally kill them. That's the best death, non-lethal.
Death is but a step in life.
Exactly. See?
Well,
I can see where he gets it from.
Would paralyze them from the neck down.
Sigurnia,
Why just
that
the
is
neck?
most fortunate that we have your Adelaide. She looked. Addy could not find out what happened, but she has her suspicions. We will discuss at dinner. Maybe not here.
Absolutely.
And at him saying that, can I just shoot Hermes up? And
Sure.
I just want him above us and just watching if anyone's following us, making the same turns.
Okay, cool.
Did Roland take the money, or is he like being
Oh, he would absolutely take the money.
5 platinum?
Think I am forced to buy inferior timbers from the market. It's a crying shame. It is Bornaya is not good, but you know, we must make do with what we have in life. And sort of going around, he's buying a lot more food than he had in his big basket, so he's stacking up for tonight. And there's a few familiar things in there that you're just like,
Oh my god.
that's right, young boy. You will see. You will taste the flavors of home.
Oh, I cannot believe it. I haven't had boiled lobster in. Oh.
I will show you where the lobsters
And
go
then-
to winter.
That's what we say. He did the thing.
So I'm making a yam bread. We have some mussels.
Do you have the pahuke juice?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, your sister brought some back from the islands. The poke.
Fresh.
Strange, but wonderful addition. We have the lobster and the corn and some salmon borscht. Yes, lots. I assume you all will eat with us.
Oh, of course, mate.
Absolutely.
Because if you did not, I would have to kill you.
Custom, but fair enough.
I kid. Oh, there is no way I would kill you. Look at you.
No,
Yes.
we would die trying.
You killed what? A Hydra?
Oh, we fought a Hydra. We killed a giant sea serpent just yesterday.
Oh, did you all get any meat for the soup? Or...
I did, but I already cooked it.
He made pierogies.
That's okay. Disused, that's fine. No issue. So, what else is news? This is like talking while you're walking and shopping. All manner of fresh seafood, like as fresh as you could ever hope for, fished out of the bay.
We have a mortgage.
And a house. We have 2 houses.
Two houses.
3, technically, if you count it.
Oh, yeah, we got 3.
Welcome to adulthood.
It's not all it's cracked up to be so far.
We have kids.
There is no way.
The 4 of us had, the 4 of us
boy.
had 2 kids, mate.
Oshke boy. You are like an elk. You. That's fine. You,
No, it's more like
all four.
Like a hashtag.
Well, I do
Why
not judge. This is something I have come to grips with. Little Nog has come out of his shell, and that is okay.
We always kind of do.
We always knew he liked wood, and
Exactly.
boy, does he like the wood.
He likes the lumber, not the oysters.
You can
Exactly.
tell he was good with his hands.
Exactly.
But that is okay.
I'm so glad he is.
There is
carried
no
on.
judgment. I love you all like family. Family is most important. Now, this sort of
Weasel just
discussion.
pops out of nowhere. It's also family.
Your creature is very, very happy, and he knows what he mean. Family.
Exactly.
You have taught him well. Yeah. Anything you'd like to achieve while you're sort of perusing?
Are there any like shops that sell like magic items, like rivets or no?
Nothing.
Zubobka Arbory.
Nothing magic itemy. As you're starting to see around the place, unless there is some good connection to get the magic items, it's actually kind of hard to come across.
Okay.
There's plenty of spectral stuff. You can, speaking with Roland, you could head to the spectral reach and get your weapon silvered. Exceptional for the spirits if you need to dispatch or anything like that. If you are at the crested cliff top, you can get fresh smithy. They will make you anything, but magic wise, not so much. We don't like the magic that much here. It's more of the physical.
Who needs magic when you have a giant shell and claws?
Exactly. Do not need such
Like
things.
Ghosts.
Very.
Well, this is why we silver our claws or weapons
And shells.
and shells.
Silver and bells for weapons.
Also to look pimping good times.
I installed this the other day.
Look, I got the spinners on the back.
Yeah, the shell just. It's got a spinner right in the center of it.
Oh,
Papa,
boy.
check out my new bling!
I pimped my ride.
I am the low rider.
But you're seeing that the lobster did not fall far from the tree, I guess.
The old lobster tree.
Yeah. The lobster tree where they pluck them.
Where they grow in their lobster pods.
Yeah, so, yeah, anything else if you would like to? Any seafood, any...
Have we got time for like a rest before dinner?
You could rest back at Roland's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
so
like, so I mean, it's what, 10?
because it's still early
11?
morning, right?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So yeah,
Yep.
I just want to go lay down for 6 hours. So come dinner time, I can have all my brain working.
Yeah, so you will be able to get back to Roland's, have a long rest, and then be right for dinner.
Yeah, cool.
Do that one.
So there are
Better ideas.
exceptional, like, shell, bone, jade are the main materials that they work with in the town. So little talismans and trinkets like spirit wards that really they do nothing. Don't buy that crap, it's for tourists. But beautiful
He
nonetheless.
says that Ricky's holding like 3 jades.
He's weaving.
Ricky's like a
right now.
Ricky's like a walking wind chime. In,
I mean, they look nice, but they do nothing.
they don't actually help with the being possessed by spirits.
His whole thing is getting suckered.
But they make you look cool, mate.
Okay, that's okay. He is a Polnoch. That is okay.
I deserve that.
Just wipes a tear away.
By the way, little man, your the hair is luscious. I would kill to have such a thing.
Thank you very much.
It would just suit us so well.
But alas,
Reptiles, not so much with the facial hair.
I see you are cultivating some sort of growth.
Boy, am I, father.
Is it? He sort of like pokes it, and it's like quivers slightly because it's pure mushroom.
It is part of me and I am part of it.
That is upsetting to the eyes and the spirit.
And the nose.
And the nose. It's not bad. Not bad for the nose. But anyway, I think I have all I need. A company, you may have to walk, but that's okay. A few kilometers that way.
Is there like a carriage thing we can, so he doesn't have to hold all this stuff?
Oh yes, I've got my cart, but you won't also.
Oh, we have to. Oh, that's fine. Okay,
If you're okay.
No, that's fine.
we're okay. Walking.
You all look dead on your feet. You look sprightly. You look like you're.
Oh,
Had a
I
big
got.
sleep.
Oh, I had a good nap after getting slammed around a bit last night.
Oh, I don't want to know about that.
By the sea monster, not by us.
Is that what we call it? The sea monster?
Yeah, pretty
The
much.
sea monster was slamming me up and down on the deck, mate.
God damn it.
Ribs crushed. It was very rough.
Smashed me all over the ship.
And then it took me underwater, and I couldn't breathe, mate. Suffocated me.
Absolutely ruined my poop deck.
And ribs.
Well, there's too much information. I don't need to know that, but
What do you mean? It came out and
I showed you the
He
scale.
showed you the scale, mate.
oh, I thought this was code for your fun four-way stuff.
Oh
Whatever
no,
you
we're not
call it.
involved in that way. We just have kids together.
We found
Adopted
two
them.
orphans and we adopted them. One of our
Oh.
employees looks after them at the house we bought that's our company headquarters back in
Oh, you-
Stonebreak.
You made a business.
Yes.
Yeah, we gave
that's
it
the
a
hard.
Oh, I thought you were, slooping each other.
Oh, I can
We're-
in retrospect I can
business
see how
partners,
we
not
accidentally
partners.
gave you that
Yeah.
impression.
Right, okay,
Accidentally.
that makes much more sense.
Wrong kind of partners, mate.
As everybody,
We're a hashtag.
That's our marketing scheme.
Hashtag
guarantees.
well,
Hashtag NBGS, you know?
as you're sort of talking and walking, gets to about midday, getting, not too peckish. The borscht is filling that spot. Varys, you'd be okay on the rations,
Still got some.
plucking away.
Yeah, I could go for some more borscht.
So it's an old, like very ancient house. It's obviously been in the family for a long time. You can see extensions and repairs have been done. So there are some parts that look fairly fresh, but others you can see the timbers are all weathered and that sort of stuff, but well constructed. And probably a few k's away for you, where you would normally see the Misty Mountain, it's bereft of the greenery that you're used to. Leaving the city, the stench from the shit pits and the gulls noise, like there's much less. You're not hearing that all the time now, and you're just sort of like, oh, I did get used to it.
Is it still super foggy out here?
I mean, the family grove's called the Misted Mound for a reason.
Yes, it is.
I don't want to drink.
It's within sight of the shit pit.
Yes.
What do we got?
Yeah, what do we got?
I'll go my Sarsby, please.
goats.
A Sarsby.
Dude, the Sars pit's well the morning after.
2 blue V's, goats, there's a 7-Up, there's some ginger beer, there's
Plenty of bottles.
I'll take a blue
protein sugar.
I'll drink the 7-Up.
Thank you.
Snow White and 7-Ups.
Then we got margaritas,
Thank you, sir.
fruity beer,
Watermelon.
Thunberg.
Oh, that Sarsp.
Where
Boy,
you
oh
going, pal?
You want
I'm
Pasito?
trying to figure out if my cup is clean.
boy, this is a good looking mist. It's a good mist today. But welcome to.
Looks like there's something, but I can't. It's not sticky, so I'm calling that an okay.
Yeah, should be right.
Welcome to the
If you're gonna fill
family
your cup, I'll go
home.
the blue bee, please.
Thank you for welcoming us, mate.
You
They're
are-
just sort of focused on their drinks right now.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay, so the Misted Mound is like near this house.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a copse of trees, a couple k's away that
What's
they
their livelihood?
that the family, from what you're gathering, you could ask him if you want.
Well, yeah, might as well. Papa Obalochka, just a few quick questions
You
before you get started.
Pronounced it quite
Cooking
well. Good
Huh?
job. You pronounced Obolochka quite well.
Oh, excellent.
How long-
I've heard Kincaid say it several times on our trips.
Oh, special case.
Yeah,
Speaks
Dr. Brother
very
Kincaid
fondly.
Obolochka. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just a few questions. Just while
Yes.
you and Kincaid make dinner, me and some of the others might go do a little investigating.
Oh, Q will
How
help.
long ago did the Misted Mound get burned down?
Oh, it was probably. Let me go to my notes.
That's a long time ago.
Right?
What's that in days?
Probably 2 years, maybe, that we have been scraping by with this inferior trash wood.
Has anything
Imported.
begun to regrow?
It's slow. It was a proper. It burned to nothing.
Have you tried using some stuff from the shit pits as fertilizer?
Oh, it. Okay, family secret. The mound trees grow exceptionally well. The soil there is enriched with spiritual acids. Like I'm no kidding.
Right.
It's better than any other.
You're gonna say family secret. We all go outside and take a shit on the trees.
Oh, absolutely! You've got to poop on the
That's
trees.
also there.
The beets.
But that goes without saying.
Once the beets have gone through the system, the nutrients that you give it that helps them grow.
It's like vulture coffee.
But anyway, there is very little growth at this point. It will regrow over time, but to be able to cut and maintain it, there is not. We've got years.
Was there a specific competitor of yours that would have, I don't know, benefited more from you no longer being able to compete in the market or something to that effect?
Okay. So you all sort of head into the homestead. For you, it's absolute trip down memory lane. You're just like, oh man, the family home. Haven't been here in a while. You go see your old room, and it's been turned into a like crib room
Like in preparation of
for keys.
Freddy and
It's been
Keys.
turned into like a home gym.
So this is my home office. I have a sit-stand desk there. No, a baby room.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can
But
see
it
where you.
still has Kincaid's posters of Channing Tatum.
There's some notches on the wall. I'm not sure what you were marking, but you were.
Height.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, sure. And they're stunted compared to the other siblings.
No, they're not.
So, it has always been in our family. The Mr. Mound, it is, our livelihood. We had a bunch of Stornies. Pricks, sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like a family name.
Somewhat, sorry.
Pricks.
No, it's
Before
very
that.
bad word.
You said something.
Stornies.
Shaw's. Oh, right.
Just
it's-
means prick.
You was Russian. I thought I
Sorry,
just
you.
didn't understand
No,
what you
no,
said.
no. Sorry, I should not speak Akun.
Alright, so 2 years ago, you had some pricks come around.
They tried to claim that the land was theirs. I said no. I produce our papers written on trees made from that grove.
Did they say who they claimed, ownership in the name of?
No, they said they were geologists. They were interested in the grounds beneath, but that it did not fly. I would not take that crap. I know it is my land. No one can prove otherwise. But
Geologists.
Pseudoscience.
They're locals.
at this point, the Adelaide was around. She was a part of. She was hired by them at some point, unbeknownst to her, to kick us off that land.
Who was that, sorry?
Adelaide,
Is that the oldest
Oh,
sibling?
your guard.
my eldest, yes.
Your eldest was hired, unbeknownst to her, by these geologists to remove you, this family, from this land.
Yes.
Right,
She,
and then when she realised she was trying to evict her own family,
she fought them on it. She nearly died, but she upheld the family honor. We have been unable to prove or anything that they were the ones that burnt it down. But
Is Adelaide here right now?
she will come this
she'll be here for
evening.
dinner.
So maybe we can have a chat to her about who
Question.
these
Yes.
people were, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
You said they were interested in the ground underneath. Was it just purely the soil, or did you find,
I
did
don't-
they dig underneath the trees?
I don't know. I would not let them on my land because it's my land. It's our land.
Yeah.
But-
Also,
It's our land.
yeah, anybody trying to dig up the grove just kind of gets shot immediately.
They gave me.
Pretty much.
They lowballed me. Let's put it that way. They offered very few shekels, and I did not accept because that is an insult to the family.
It's worth many shekels and also is not for sale.
I
But
was
even
gonna
if
say,
it
like,
was,
it's kind of one or the other. Like,
If they went well
it's
above
not for sale
market,
for that much.
for your insulting offer, not for sale.
Not for sale. Triple at least.
they have
It has suddenly come on the market.
if they offered enough that I would not have to work anymore, I may have considered, but they were.
But Papa Belachka, would you prefer if you could just keep the Misted Mound in the family?
Oh, of course.
All
That
about
would
family.
be.
Just
family.
so we
Family.
Yeah, Ben Weasel from the corner. Every time anyone
Every
says
time
family.
Valley just,
Just like an
pops
echo.
up.
Yeah, just the spirit.
Involuntary
ghost of
wild
Weasel.
shape.
Yeah, he comes to disappears into a picture.
It would bring great
Well, if-
joy to my heart if we could get that land back.
If in our time here,
Oh, so you don't have the land right now.
Well, there's no use for it now.
like,
But you still own the land, don't you?
Well, it's the patch of grass.
Currently,
burnt
they're
and-
burned out patch and nothing that's currently still under threat
Yeah.
by
Rogue geologists.
rogue geologists, apparently.
Yes.
Look,
all
I don't make the jobs. I just kill who I'm told to kill.
if
Turns
while-
out it's geologists.
if whilst we're in
Bloody
Bournemouth,
geologists.
we complete enough stuff and grow in our power, I might be able to learn some things that could help regrow the grove.
Me too.
Maybe you can use
Oh
your
yeah,
water
we
dance
do
thing.
some druid stuff.
Really?
I don't have
That would
any.
be amazing.
I would feel like I would need to almost level up in a sense.
Oh, spiritually. Yes, yes. Well, okay. Let me know if you do
I
this.
think I could help till the soil as well if I were to also spiritually level up.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate your offers.
I can't help, but I'll take a spiritual level.
If I spiritually level up, I can help with these geologists.
Geologists.
Oh, I'm picturing so heavily like just geologists with the like high pants and like little hammers and safari hats. Like, the marble here in the sandstone with the tectonic wires. Climb.
They've got little
Get off
brushes.
my land.
Brushes and
Spiritual
They've also
weapons
got
and
some
the little
cats
rock
in there.
hammers.
Yeah, huge pockets full of rocks.
Yeah.
Like Nigel Thornberry is kind of what
Yeah.
I'm picturing.
Yeah.
So that they just use magic stone all the time. That's their main damage source.
Well,
Magic stone and a sling.
The smells coming out of the kitchen. He begins, mixing certain things together and asks any of you handy with a blade to help, like, prepare the salmon, prepare the. There's a few beetles that you sort of like. What do I?
No, punch it, no.
No, these. I've learned a new recipe.
What?
That's right. Rather than you would normally cut the carapace off, exposing the
The
fleshy,
crunchy bit.
but
The crunchy bit's got all the protein.
that's what I said. So
Yucky.
there is a certain point you can put the skewer through. So fire, roast, good few hours. They come out crispy. The carapace sort of melt in your mouth. It's good.
They all complain when I put crunchy bits in our lunch.
No.
I
You
like
got to
the
cut the
crunchy bits.
crusts off. No.
Crunchy good.
No, the crunchy's the best part.
what was that?
Oh damn it!
Something.
Salty,
Salt-
greasy
salt-
bacon good.
Oh.
Yeah,
Salty, greasy,
bacon.
crunchy good.
Yeah, something like that.
As I say in this family,
Yeah.
salty, greasy bacon is the spice of life in this family.
Absolutely.
Now, family. We have a few things pickling. We are boiling. What have you been doing? What is news with you?
Like today?
my boy. No. In the years.
Oh, in the several years since I saw you, that's right.
Yes.
Well,
It's been time.
always.
So, I mean, what? If it was 2 years ago that the thing burned down, we just say that was like not long before that was the last time I visited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you said you visited a year ago.
I know, but then I'd already know about the thing
Yeah,
being
you
burned
would,
out,
yeah.
so just...
So it would have been 2
2
years
years.
ago, yeah.
Oh, that's right, I couldn't come home last year because I was caught up in the pom-pom trials
your duties-
with the keepers.
Cannot be ignored. They,
course.
They healed you. You owed them a debt. You pay your debt.
So, exactly.
As we say in this family.
That's with...
The Obolochkas always pay their debts.
Well, some of the books were stolen from the keepers.
Oh,
The books of sleight. Some of them were
Okay.
stolen.
oh,
And I
that's
was-
right. I remember it was big hubbub.
It
Wow.
was.
Check out his.
So
backpack.
I was chosen to go and find them, and so that's what I've sort of been doing the last, however long, couple of months. So took a long time for hubbub of figuring out who and the what, or doing that stuff just up at the keep. But then the last couple of months, I've been on the road, following the trail from the smugglers to the this to the that, and eventually I found them. So I found them, and that's we came back to visit family, and then sometime then after we've done that, we will go up to the keep and return the books,
Oh, this is the purpose of your returning.
and then also visit family.
Well, it's interesting. We missed a lot of you growing up. You were such tiny weakly child to begin with,
Papa with the jokes again.
but we did not. We spent so much time just looking after you. Your mother, Meshurest, Pulnioch. We did not know your strengths, what you excelled at. You were always interested in. I'm not sure. You're a strange little hatchling. But
No, not that strange.
well,
Compared to my other 7 children, I got a pretty good baseline for what total kids are like.
You have 7 children?
No, no.
Siblings.
the
You
rest,
said it.
the rest of you may not know, but he stood out like a sore tail fin.
I mean, he still sort of does. Look at all the health
I
and use
blend
these
in like
always
master
drill
of
going on.
stealth.
As opposed to today.
I am conspicuous
Well,
sometimes.
it's good that you have found your niche, what you are good at, what you excel at, Kuroshi. It gives you life, it gives you a spark.
Exactly.
And what? Your interest these days, you're what? You are a hunter, you are a businessman.
Problem solver.
Oh. Okay.
Professional gambler.
So you're not like a woodworker, a shipsman, you're
Not so much.
a little bit of all.
Yes.
Okay.
He's a total of all
Accountant.
trades.
Accountant, lawyer.
That's true, you are always reading out the books and stuff. I'm glad we taught you to read.
He's also a good chef.
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
think
very
after
good.
Papa?
Yeah, you need look at people. Like
You got some
cook's
spices you picked up
utensils and
on?
stuff. Look, so this comes from Stonebreak. It's the dwarves use it.
That
in
would
their-
go great!
It is in the. This from the capital in the Shara. The Indians, they grind
May
the
I-
grapes down in their nipple yards and blah blah blah.
Oh, yes, I've heard of the nipple yards.
So Tootington's Nibble Yard is definitely worth visiting.
He. That would go great on the Beatles. Begins like seasoning with some of the stuff you've got. Oh, these costly. Then,
Not so much. I mean, they're not cheap, but not. I think I paid about the gold for both a couple of silver each.
okay. Well, you may not know, but with the Misted Mound being destroyed, it really hit us hard.
Of
Having
course.
to buy our own wood, for one. The house, the roof fell in a few places. We had to get an oak to fix it. It was all manner of struggle. We made do with Fred and Key coming back. They help us to keep the lights on, so to speak. There are no lights. I take that back. To help keep the hearth lit.
but your generosity will make a world of difference.
You have more money. Give him. Yeah, I'm feeling bad remembering I haven't visited for 2 years as my family lives in poverty.
While I've been gambling. Living it up. Fishing.
I hide my
every day.
Pimcorn.
Gets a corn on the cob, but it's all jewels.
Every single one is like a different
diamond.
Yeah.
You have another.
So what does the brother Fred do? The second.
He's
the
a
guard
guard.
as well.
Fred guards down the
Here, have him more platinum. I give him another
Oh
5.
my boy, this will...
Damn.
I was gonna be like 10, and I was like 5. That's platinum. 10 platinum's quite a bit.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that's what, 100 gold?
Yeah, huge amount.
Yeah, it's
I've still got lots of money.
Yeah, like you won like 9 times that.
My boy, you are obviously very lucrative in your business, eh?
I am smart businessman, and that is how I make my money.
That's
Definitely wasn't made any other way.
That's a fact.
Ricky,
Totally legitimate.
could you close the window? The mist is coming in. Please,
Oh,
please,
yeah.
please. I can't see what I'm doing.
But how's the smoke gonna get out?
Well, there's a chimney.
Oh yeah.
Well, is he from...
He's from here.
Outside.
Oh, I'm from here. I'm not from here. It's a bit different in here.
Oh, he's a... yeah.
I'm an Uber X. What?
Never mind. You...
No, you were a long story.
Family joke, family joke.
Family.
So... in the mist.
Yeah, that's what the spirits are whispering.
That's what you hear now. So yeah, like you pass the afternoon. Some like after you've helped fill it, all the fish and that sort of stuff, help prepare. Go rest. You look all very tired.
One last thing, and I don't know, it hasn't turned into anything, but when we were I told you about, we went with the tribes in Gwendoltha. I assume I would have told him, like filled him in on.
As we were heading back
we were
home,
doing as we're
Let's do it from
cooking
the
and
top.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, so we went to Stormbreaker and did, that followed leads from there, and then we had to recover a shipment of goods that was stolen, and we ventured into the great forest of Glendolfa. We befriended the tribes in there. We fought many beasts and solved things, but one of the tribes in there, I found this, and I go to the corner and get Kanara's staff. Look, mother's staff. One of the tribes people had it, who I defeated in combat.
Then that means
That is what I thought. After all these years, they did not know anything further.
but you did not find her.
No.
And you see him like grip it with some intensity. The night she left, I've never told you. She was, and you guys are welcome to be listening if you want.
Oh, intently.
100%.
With popcorn.
The
With the little cockroach or whatever we were
With the
eating. Just
beetles.
we told the kids that she passed on. I think we mentioned to you that she went to find a cure for you, for your withering,
For me.
for your sickness. As a child, he suffered greatly. He
Little
was,
tiny weakling.
yes, he was
Yeah.
so small.
Okay, you
It's
guys
such a
don't have to
small
keep on.
penis.
You guys don't have to get going on the
Well, you
I
were.
was a little bit sick.
Well, you are not anymore. There is no shame in who you were. Don't give me that shit. I'm your father. You will. You will show me respect.
I do. Sorry, Pop.
Spiritual weapon of a giant belt.
the chunkler.
La chancla.
What's a total chunkler?
It's like Japanese, those clogs.
Oh, okay.
Two,
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever they're called.
like what the samurai wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Clogged on stilts.
the evening that she left, that great storm was overhead. We discussed, and she
mentioned that she was seeking the sisters. She wanted answers for how to cure you.
Oh, I'm sorry, how'd she know about the sisters?
Oh, it's common sort of knowledge across Bournemouth, at least.
Did you know about the sisters beforehand?
So
course.
they somewhat, neighbourly with Glendeltha in a way.
And I suppose there'd also be there's it turns into old wives' tales.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
The folklore.
Across Ashara, it's not uncommon knowledge.
But
Yeah.
it was like as recently as 20 years ago that people were making the trip
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
Wolfpine to go and
Yeah.
see.
Yeah,
But, like
exactly.
people from
like,
all over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's not even myth. It's like
Yeah.
It was the thing that people used to
it's
do.
that shop that closed down in Granddad's lifetime.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is that thing that like Granny and Grandpa used to go and do. Like, I've heard of this.
Yeah.
So if what you're saying is true, then she at least made it into the forest, but may not have come out.
There's a lot of
Have you
dangerous
tried
things in
sending her since you got
Got
your
the spell?
sending?
Well, I did not know. I assumed that someone had. I thought they must have stolen it or something.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what, like, when I questioned.
It was given to them.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, we gave this. And I was like, you stole this. How did you steal this? And then I think they died or something.
Yeah.
Or they just wouldn't tell me
They
anymore.
didn't know.
Yeah.
They didn't know its origin.
Maybe we could, if she's alive somewhere, you'd be able to contact her
You
unless.
can reach out.
Try.
If I had known or thought that she might be alive, I would have. I have magic that I can
Oh, you-
send a message
You are a magic
to.
user.
Oh, big time! From Jergal. He gives me divine power.
One time he did 70 damage to one creature.
I can make my voice very loud, thaumaturgy, or I can make the fire go cool colors, or my eyes glow, and many other things that are a bit more practical.
He turned a giant flying bear into liquid
I did.
Yeah.
from the inside out.
Did you taste the bear?
Yes.
Bit gooey.
Good boy.
Wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I sort of thought it was going to be meat soup, but it was just sort of rotten.
So you like eating everything, that you come across?
That's part of survival. If you're not fit enough to kill what you are facing, then you die. So you survive by eating what you kill.
See?
I live by that.
Telling
way.
you guys.
I like this guy.
See?
Yeah, Dad.
But
You could beat up your dad.
I wonder if Konara ever made it to the sisters.
Well, we did.
I suppose you could sending a member of the Chestraki tribe and ask if they ever saw someone approximating her and if she left there in one piece or something to that effect.
How long ago did she visit?
When you were young. So
Yeah, I mean, it was
So she's been
20
missing since he
20
was
something. How old's.
Yeah.
How old is Kincaid?
How old
Wasn't
is
it when
Kincaid?
shortly after
Was
Nug
that
was
old?
born, or?
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
feel like they were all pretty
They were all
young.
pretty young, weren't they?
So
yeah.
Nug's 16.
Yeah.
So was it after Nug was born
Yeah.
that she left?
Well, it'd have to be.
Okay, so,
So, yep.
16 years.
Yep.
So
Something like that.
Still not great.
around the time Wolfpine would have
He's
went
28.
bye-bye.
Kincaid's 28.
So it's
Which
been,
is like-
it's been somewhat like
Turtles live a bit short. Like, I think it was
They're
like
like
they lived to
80 or
like 70 to 80. So he's like early 40s would be the equivalent.
this would be going on what 15 years.
Okay, so not so much point to that idea.
Yeah, Kincaid was like early teens.
Did we know anyone from the Chestraki that would have been like 40? So that they
Yeah, there
were
was
an
what's his name, Willie. Willie or Wally?
I think it was
Wally.
Willie, actually.
Wally's the
Willie.
I think
The
it was
travelling-
Wally.
Wally
there
was
was
the traveling
Alan.
agent. Willie was the old guy, and I
Yeah.
had to chat to him about thing, and we found out that it was Ragor, who
Yeah, yeah.
had visited the thing recently and had the same experience I did.
Mhm.
Well, recently being
Who was it that had visited?
Ragor,
Dark
Darksinger had visited and had the weird, rave sesh with the sisters.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was Willie who had been there for a while and had seen, all these people coming and going.
Okay, well, yeah, Willie, if anybody.
I mean, maybe just try sending your mum first and see if you can get a signal.
Make a list, save the
If you get a busy
spells for the
tone.
end of the day kind of deal, but yeah. But yeah, Willie and Mama on the list.
So while you're cooking, while you're discussing, Frederick comes home. Key is, so this is QE is her name. Frederick's wife is asleep in one of the rooms while you're there, while you're cooking, being with child, I guess, just resting.
With egg.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. With egg.
And so when did
Being yoked.
that's just horrible. Can we remove that?
Yeah.
Control Z, Control Z.
How long did you say until she's having a clutchling?
Oh, she will lay at the family grounds 1 week hence.
When you say 1 weekend?
One
1
week
week
hence.
hence.
Just 1 week. 1 week. 1 week can clear up our schedule.
No, I thought you meant in 1 weekend it's gonna happen.
So we'll be staying around for that. Kincaid, you want to stick around for that?
Absolutely.
So we'll be here for a week at least.
So you're all going to join. Do you know the rigors of...
The proving
Yeah,
grounds.
is that
Whatever it was called.
is that appropriate for outsiders to be a part of?
Oh, something... Kincaid, you hush.
We're family now.
Let's go off.
You have not taught them enough.
It didn't come up.
In total culture, we when we lay at the breeding ground. The spirits feed the young, and give good omens and good strength to the newborn. But the clutch must remain there, and we as the clan, whoever that is, must protect it. Now, the clan not is just blood family, but also family. Any family. But we must remain until the hatchling is hatched. There are creatures that attempt to feed.
Like
So you
spiritual creatures or regular creatures?
Well, yes and yes.
So you sort of just stay around there until it hatches.
We defend the young.
How long does that normally take?
It's normally a week. So
Sort of
it's-
like when a Jewish person passes away and they stay in the house for the.
Sit shiver or sit. It's something like that.
It's something to do with chairs.
Yeah, sit
Yeah.
shiver or so, I think it's called.
yeah.
Well, either ways, Vatra, it's family. It's we must protect them from any beasties.
So a week from now, a little clutchling will be laid at the proving grounds. And
Oh
it will
no, a
stay
bunch of
there
eggs.
for
A
week.
bunch.
Oh, okay, a bunch of eggs will be laid a week from now, and they'll have to stay there for a week while we protect them.
We must, as a family, it is grueling. It is part
Okay.
of our way of
So we'll
life.
need to
So
prepare.
we'll need to stay for
Yeah.
what, 2 weeks here.
That's a big.
It's
yeah.
like, you know, in
That's
the
big
famous
movie.
plays narrated by David Attenborough, when all the hatchlings go to the sea and everything tries to eat it. Imagine if how that would shape the culture of those creatures if they had a civilization.
Yeah, if the
Is
sea
that
was
what
in
happened?
fact coming up on land, and so would spirits. Okay,
Is
so-
that what happened to him? Is that why?
Oh no, he survived. We protected him, but
And,
he was so stunted and small.
What are the rules on preparations here? Like, can we spend a couple days setting up traps for the non-ghost things that come to feed, or
Well, we use our hands to defend.
And weapons.
If you're
yeah, is it like a spiritual cleansing thing that we have to be the ones to put the creatures out of the misery, or can we go dig trenches and spike pits for a few days to make
well,
life easy?
I'm not sure digging a spike pit in the water will do much, but
I don't know what the family grounds look like.
it's marshy land, so there's
Like a
water.
big swamp.
Yes.
Oh, the what?
I mean, if there's trees, we could do one of those swinging log things.
Whatever it looks like, the grounds are hard. It requires constant vigilance to
But we
protect.
will be there for a week.
Yeah,
While we are, the more, you know.
Well, yeah, I'm just thinking we might want like.
Do we have
Yeah,
any? Do we have any super pressing matters, quests, etc. that
I mean, if
Or
it's
like-
gonna be 2 weeks, then we could always just go to God's Walk Keep and then
Drop
come
off the
back.
But yeah, it's gonna because it's like a week from now.
A week from now,
she'll
she'll
Yeah,
away.
start there, and then a week until it.
We
Yeah,
can do all the
and we wanna
Godwalk
stay
stuff
there for
and then
a
come
week.
back when
Yeah.
she's giving
Yeah.
birth.
And it's 2 days there, 2 days back, so we've got 3 days to do
I
stuff.
mean, if we
in
take boat, it'll only be a day.
or we
Remember,
take
it's a
it.
5-day week, so you've got 1
Oh,
day.
yeah, that's right, that's right.
So we've got 10 days. Oh, sorry,
Well,
5 days
if
until
we
she
take a
starts hatching.
boat there and back, assuming we can get a boat there and back,
We
we
have
could do
3
3 days.
We can
yeah.
do 3 days in God's Walk.
And then be back in time for her to give birth.
Yeah.
Alright,
But we don't have any other
we
big quests.
Perhaps
Not in God's
organise
Walk.
that boat to leave tonight. If we have rested during the day, have a nice meal, a catch up, hit the road straight up.
What, and just sleep on the boat kind of
I
thing.
don't know, like I just would having a long rest in the daytime. Will
Oh yeah,
not
we
do
would
that
have already
before dinner?
slept. Yeah. I was
Well,
gonna throw out a sleep
after
cycle.
discussion and preparation of food, nap through the afternoon until
Yeah.
dinner timey.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like if we want to keep the ball rolling, so to speak.
While you guys are discussing, Key comes out of her room.
Mm.
Her shell is brightly swirled in different paints and colours. And you would notice that that's something that your mother used to do. So whether it's she's picked it up from looking at her artworks or something like that, but it's very reminiscent of her work. So different swirls and walls and that sort of stuff. WHORLs,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
walls.
Walls, doors.
Key comes out. I thought I heard voices.
Oh, Key! I don't know if you're Kincaid.
She's swollen with egg. Lovely. Family, yes?
Absolutely! I'm Freddy's big brother, Rosie's twin.
But,
Remember you when you were a belly hatchling up the road?
Yes. Welcome home.
Absolutely, so good to see you. Congratulations!
Roland, take your vodka out of there. Puts a coaster under it. Just tidying around the house. Now, what are we making? Smells good. Roland, you're outdoing yourself. Sort of, I had help from my boy. He's my boy. Did I tell you he's my boy?
You told us he's your boy.
Not you. I'm talking to Key.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sort of busying yourselves, you guys go and rest. Key is up and about. Just tuck down wherever you can. You get some knitted blankets and that sort of stuff. Very homely.
Since
And
I
you have a
already
long
had my
rest.
rest, I want to go have a wander out to the mound.
Sure.
And just have a look around at it.
Kick around the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot left. It's genuinely just, it's been crisp 2 years prior and there's some sprouting trees, but nothing of substance really.
Yeah.
But you could see the size of the area that was burnt down. You could see why it would have been a fiercely protected family resource pretty much.
There isn't is there you can see where the fire initiated, or is it too long?
It's been too
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, as soon as you said 2 years, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, there's not going to be much evidence or anything.
Cold
nothing
trail
physical.
at this point.
Talk to Adelaide. That's all you got.
Yep. And Key sort of takes the air with you. So, how do you know Kinky?
We met in a bar a couple of months ago, and since then we've been traveling. We went to Glendaltha for about a month. We
Nice.
went to Ashara, met the Alos, did a few things, and now we're here.
Oh, that's incredible. We live a simple life here. And she sort of shows you where they grow their own stuff, like veggies and all that. This is a humble life, but we make do. We are excited for the family. Thank you for agreeing to help defend our young.
Oh, of course. If you're Kincaid's family, so.
While you're walking around, you would all be sleeping, but you hear different voices in the house. By the time you return, you can see that getting towards dusk, Adelaide, is back there with Rosalind and Nock. They've
Oh, family.
expedited as much as they can, and it's sort of towards the end of your long rest. So yes, hit your long rest. Towards the long rest, you notice there's a lot more voices in the house going on. They all sound similar.
Russian.
But yeah, you sort of come to waking, you step out, rub your eyes, and there's a bunch of different turtles in the room. Kincaid would probably be up first and like, my family!
Oh my god! Freddy! Adelaide!
Yeah. A much more jovial encounter than at the docks, trying to, keep professionalism while they were there, but at home, oh my brother, you are brother Kincaid, yes?
Absolutely!
He thinks he's so fancy with his big robes and his hands.
Absolutely! What do you mean? I've always had hands.
Yes, but
And
with,
an anus.
yes, we all know you're proud of your anus. But yes, what brought you home?
Well, I wanted to come home and I had some business with the keepers, or from the keepers, that were so on their way back to God's Walk.
Okay. Oh, that's nice then. Well, are you coming to defend the young?
Of course.
Excellent.
We have known we would have been here sooner.
Part of the clan, I love it.
Always.
And she sort of sees you guys coming out of your room. You are where'd you meet? Sorry, we met at the dock.
Oh, yes. We have
Is this
already met.
Nelk or Rosalind that's still?
This is Rosalind, yeah?
Okay.
Is that where I met Kincaid?
Yes.
Oh, I met him in prison.
Oh. You,
right.
It was.
you didn't
He was-
tell me you went to prison.
Yeah, he got put in the cell next to me, and
Oh, we don't have to talk about that.
No,
God,
'cause
we
I-
met you in a prison cell.
Tell us everything.
Oh, it's not a good
Public
story.
indecency.
No.
Kidnapping children.
Oh.
It's fine. We've adopted them now.
Oh.
Real
It
nice.
was
So
all
we
just a
legally
big.
own
It was all just a big misunderstanding, and I didn't kidnap them anyway.
Okay.
That was him.
Well, family accepts all
They stole
kinds.
from me. What was I supposed to do?
Oh, well, I won't
They
answer
stole
that.
from him, so he stole
That's
them.
okay. Well, that's wonderful that you all went to prison.
Or attempted kidnapping.
He was only there for like an hour.
It was only a little bit, and it was really just that he did it, and then the guards, and I tried to explain it to me, and then they were being bogoshkas, and so I got a bit sassy, and I didn't like it.
Well,
Turns out the guards were corrupt, so we killed their leader and turned his corpse into fertilizer.
well, life goes round in a circle, doesn't it? You
It
use
does.
it to feed, things that keep you going.
Life
That's,
goes around in a circle.
That's impressive. Well done.
Thank
and,
you.
Nelk sort of like, Kincaid, I've been learning Father's craft, and
I
my
saw.
woodworking is getting quite good.
Oh, yes?
Yes, sort of shows you like where he's repaired the house, and it's better
It is getting better than it used to
better
be.
than you've ever remembered. Like you just remember him sort of whittling away or trying his hand at some
All you
carpentry.
used to do was cut your thumbs.
Yes, well, I'm much better than that now.
You are, look at you put the nail in the wood.
Yes, but it's stopped the leak. I was here for the family. That's right.
You were, congratulations. That's so good for you.
Thank you.
Well done, little buddy.
But we've been on the ship we went out to, damn it, what's the name? We went out to Danesh, the
Oh, how was
continent
it?
hoppers.
Yes.
It's a long time at sea.
It would have been.
You get your sea legs rather quickly, but we traded goods with them. They traded.
What is it like over there?
Oh, it's like another world.
That's crazy.
But yes, coming back home is always nice. It took us most of a year of travel. We spent some time in the islands. We spent some time, enjoying ourselves where we could.
Absolutely.
And Rosalind's, it's not all easy work being
ship captain, but sometimes you have to take your little brother along. And he does well on the ship. The ship does well, thanks to him. But, yes, it's exciting. And Papa's sort of, all right, all the lobsters done, all the mussels, all the beetles, everybody gather up, grab chairs, and we'll need to make room. There's what we do. Okay. And there's like, what, 10? 2, 4, 6. Close to 10, if not 10.
Yeah, because it'd be this
Frederick, Key, Adelaide, Rosalind, Nolk, you 4, Papa. Yes, 10. So sets a table for 10, and there's an absolute feast. It's all very foreign food for you, other than the borscht that you've tried. There's a fresh pickled corn and salmon borscht. Not so much beet based, this one. It's a more yellowy red. But yeah, tuna and mushroom pierogies. It's like a little empanada almost with rice and onions. There's pickled herrings. There's fresh mussels. Mussels with pahuke juice, which is very unfamiliar to any of you except for Kincaid. Sourdough yam bread. The boiled lobster has butter, which is just... And those beetles skewered, fire roasted. All sorts. A full spread. And so everyone sort of settles in and begins just like... They just use their claw to like pick up foods. There's no cutlery, there's nothing like that. If they want something, they just...
These are my kind of people.
Yeah, everyone's just like, no. It's very much like Kincaid does. Like he's somewhat reserved compared to this lot. They're all just... but yes.
What is the source of these mussels? It's sublime.
Oh, it's Pahuke berry. They grow in the islands. Strange. They're not easy to grow. We came across someone selling the juice, and you like the flavor.
It's delightful. What? You got a bottle?
Oh no. This is a small tincture that we could find. It's a bit of a treat. But anything for family. And everyone's sort of, for family! Hey, the jade shells back together.
Just pops up, for family!
family. Perfect.
Yes, so dinner discussions.
Crazy weather, huh?
Boy, that mist is it's a good one. So, Durden, tell me of your family.
Oh, I don't. Well, I don't know my birth parents. I was raised by my father, Jurican, on the very far east coast of here.
Oh, you're Hirian.
I'm from here, not here.
And Rosalind sort of, yes, I've sailed to here. Whereabouts?
All the way to the east, on the other side, in the Red Ridge Mountains.
Oh, wow. That's quite the way you've traveled.
It's a long walk.
You walked?
I walked from...
It's a long sail.
I walked from Red Ridge all the way down to the west coast and took a boat out to Dirkley and just found these blokes in Stonebreak.
Roland sort of... Well, you know what we say in our culture. That the family is not so much who you're born beside, but it's who props you up and who makes you a better person. So whether it's blood or the people that you choose, this here is your family. It is not so much... I mean, whoever you were raised by, he was...
My father, Jurican, was a great man. He was
not blood, though, yes?
He was not blood, no. He was dwarf.
Yes, and so... Oh...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, either way, he's your family.
Yeah.
No one can take that from you.
Of course.
What about the rest of you? Where's your family?
I'm from the Rock Splitter clan.
You're a clan.
In Dagbadee, near Stonebreak.
Oh, you're a rock boy. Okay. And obviously, apart from this lot, your family. Who what do they do?
They're stonemasons.
I see.
Mithril miners.
That is not a surprise. Okay.
That's where I get these guns from.
But you are not in the mines. What brings you?
No, they sent me off to school. I became a...
Is there a school for hitting a rock?
No.
Genuine question from him.
No, they
Would have thought that would be self-explanatory.
They sent me to school to be a
What's
musician,
more?
an entertainer.
I'm sorry, a musician.
Mm.
Also, you do not the trade that your family.
No, I know the family trade, but
Okay,
yeah,
but not for you.
no, not for me.
Okay,
And they were understanding of that, thankfully.
well, that's good. That
Then
sounds like good
I
family.
I sailed for a bit as well, like Rosalind.
Oh, you were a merchant or a pirate?
Yeah, pirate, smuggler,
Okay.
wherever the money was.
I mean, you've got to make it happen somehow.
Hmm.
People need to go places that they not necessarily allowed to go. So, no judgment here. What did you smuggle? Just people?
Yeah, mainly people.
Okay.
Spices, alcohol.
The spice must flow.
Well, that's wonderful. What happened to your seafaring ways?
Oh, my sea legs grew tired.
Well, Rosalind sort of, yeah, does do that.
I do, yeah. Tried to settle down, find my own key, like Frederick.
He's sort of not actually key.
No.
Okay.
You can't have her.
She is spoken for. We have
Yes,
wed. Oh, and what did not work?
No.
That's okay. You will find
Robbed me
it.
blind.
Oh, that's not good. I'm sorry.
On a lighter note, he can play a hell of a tune.
Mm.
Oh, you can.
You should see him on those bongos.
After dinner, we can maybe play a
The
little.
heartbreak really sells it.
Yes, I'm sure you have some songs that pull at the heartstrings. Wonderful, and you're very quiet, very reserved. You don't like the attention.
No, just don't have too much to share.
Well, that's okay. What? Tell me of your family.
Yeah, not much to tell really. Quiet, seemingly for the most part. Unremarkable.
Yes. What did they do?
I think my father was a tradesman of some description, and my mother, I don't even think she worked. She preferred socialising, I guess.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, no, I left home seeking adventure and excitement.
Oh. Yeah. Sometimes the family birthplace it gets old.
Yeah, it was a little dark.
Dark. What do you mean?
Underground.
Oh, you're from underground. Oh, is this why your skin is so dark?
Yes.
Oh, and everyone's like, oh. I thought
No
you-
one wanted to laugh.
I didn't know if you.
It's something sensitive.
Okay, sorry, but I just did not want to pry. But
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, you can't ask that.
You can't just ask someone why they're black.
well, so who's your family now?
They're approximating this group, I guess.
Yes.
You guess.
Noogie.
We've been through more than enough, brother.
You see him sort of just like, get off me.
But yeah, but yeah, for now.
He shoots a hell of a bow and brews a hell of a potion
Where's a hunter?
and stabs a hell of a
He
dagger.
That's the hell of an ankle.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, he does stab a hell of an
Remember
ankle.
that sea serpent we talked about?
Yes.
Yeah, he shot a...
Rosalind sort of, what?
Oh, don't worry, Rosie, we
just-
killed it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Show the scales.
Just in case it's got family out there.
Yeah, well, he shot a pellet up its ass and killed it.
How big was it?
Well, extrapolate scale.
Yes, but
that
how many
times
scales?
It wrapped around me
Like at least
completely,
100.
and I was like,
Were you like
that.
that?
yeah.
Everyone's sort of, whoa! Well, that's...
And that was just a little end of its tail that wrapped around me.
I'm glad we're off the water.
Hundreds of feet.
Yeah, maybe talk to Captain Shet for the full story. He might have, I don't know, any details to share with you that might help you on the sea.
Well, I'm glad we're not seaborn right now. That sounds hairy.
I counted it coming up this life floor.
Up or down?
Yep.
Oh,
We were coming down.
Not say that.
We come out the mouth of it a bit.
That's your thing.
We were just sort of
I left
a
home.
bit out of the furnace bay.
Approximately 3 nautical miles from the mouth of the bay.
oh, that's quite close.
Yes.
I assume you notified the.
We talked to Tessa.
Yeah, Harbour Master.
Tessa Two Toes.
Tessa told us.
She did have 2 toes.
Well, that's incredible. What? Have you seen something so large?
It was not from here. You could tell it had the backwoods fins from something from the water plane or some other dimension. Or
Yeah, it wasn't from here either, so...
That's frightening, I guess.
terrifying.
Well, we will have to
Its eye was the size of his house.
employ security or guards or something.
Okay, talk to Brock.
in future.
from Captainship.
Yeah,
about
get a cannon.
cannons.
Yes.
You should get a cannon when we regrow. You know, if we fix up your
Mr.
wood
Mound.
grove mound,
Oh,
get a
you're
cannon.
helping Papa with the mound.
We'll see if we can.
We
She got
can
an
at least
automatic
find the
cannon.
We yeah.
You could call it a Gatling cannon.
we have no affections for geologists either.
Also, Papa told you.
Yeah.
Bunch of snake oil scientists. I never believed them. Rock is rock. No
Oh,
need to
wait,
complicate
and
it
that's
more
coming
than
from
that.
Oh no, Adelaide
Oh, this
sort
is
of
Adelaide.
chimes in. They all sound the same to you. You're just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh no, I'm having trouble.
I've,
Did want to...
I've been looking at Roland and his mouth hasn't moved. I'm like, wait.
Whoa, wait.
Rosalind's busy munching away.
A
As
rock
is
is a rock. Some
as is
other rocks are
Roland.
harder.
Did want to ask Adelaide...
Adelaide, the ship captain.
Adelaide.
Was that
The guard.
Adelaide or
guard
Adelaide?
captain.
Ship captain, right?
No,
Yeah, Rosalind's the ship captain.
Rosalind's the ship captain.
Rosalind
Adelaide's the
and
guard.
Say, yeah,
Adelaide's guard.
Is
yes.
it Adelaide or Adelaide?
Adelaide.
Yeah, Adelaide.
Like
from
Radelaide.
the night you were beaten by these geologists.
I wouldn't say that.
The
Yeah,
night,
sure.
the night you fought with the geologists.
When you bravely
Do
fought with
you
the geologists.
remember anything that might prove useful in locating them? Did they mention any names, locations? Were they wearing anything particularly distinctive? Is there anything at all that you remember? I know it's been a little while, but perhaps Kincaid could guide you in your attempts to search your memory.
Absolutely. Please shall lost me guide your memory.
And from memory from 2 years ago.
Come on, baby, nat 20.
+4.
Plus 4.
That's a 24.
Shit!
I'm sorry,
Was
what?
that a nat
That's a
20?
24.
Yeah!
That's
I want to
we
know
need.
their social security number. I want to know their...
Here is a perfect sketch.
Well, the beanie
My
hair.
plans are ruined.
The beanie hair she's setting in.
Yep. Oh, that's good.
Adelaide just takes her beanie off and her hair gets all spiky.
You've
I assume it's crazy.
You've never seen someone's scales stand on it under a beanie, but
Well, the general mannerisms of these people, they were not science, they were not rock people, they were brutish, they were thugs, yes.
fake geologists. They're not even real geologists.
They had obviously been hired to be the forefront of a ruse to take our land. I never.
Were they turtles?
No.
Humans.
Humans. A little mix. There was some dwarves and shorter folk.
Okay, so humans and wolves.
But there was a air about them. They were very confident, leading me to believe like I could not follow them. There were too many, and I had no one backing me up.
Do you have the silver-tongued people here? What's that? That gang we've encountered?
Oh, the like cult of the Silver Spectre or whatever they're called.
They are very convincing.
Like the
they
ring?
talk themselves out of jail.
The ring dudes?
Yeah.
And we found that old mate with the golden teeth worshipped.
Did they have some rings on their fingers, a couple of them.
On a 24.
Yeah.
The one who did the talking.
What do you remember about this one that did the talking?
He was big, burly, human man.
And he had a ring.
He had rings on his fingers. He was, like I said, just very confident. There was a confidence that they seemed untouchable. It was off-putting.
Do you have any distinguishing facial features? A large nose, a big scar, missing eye?
He was darker skinned.
Darker skin.
He, had his hair in dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks.
But nothing that would stand out to you. I guess past that.
Anything else? They didn't use any slang known amongst sailors or something along those lines? Anything that rang any bells to you?
Calling
Seemed
other
suspicious?
The only thing they mentioned the mire.
The Maya.
I am not sure what that meant. I heard.
Is it a location like that, or they're just a...
I don't
no
know.
idea. Okay.
Not a clue.
Have we heard the Mai before?
No.
It's just a phrase they use.
Yeah.
That
Like we
stands
use it.
out in my memory.
Did they mean like a mire is in like a swamp or something? Like, were they using it like it sounded like a place? Or like a person, like, hey, let's go back to the mire, or more like, hey, I'll report you to the mire if you don't,
Maybe more the second. This
So it was more of a
long
noun.
like
a long time ago.
like more like it was a person or a thing or something like that than a mire, like a place.
Yes, I looked around at the local, swamplands. I investigated as much as I dared, but I could not find any leads like that. If you know people, that may help. But
Maybe we can send him to Sora about it.
it's been a long time. We've sort
Well,
of
that's
moved on, haven't heard from them.
sort of the business that we conduct. So we're happy to lend
Well,
a
that's
hand.
what you do.
Where'd they approach you initially?
Me,
Yeah.
You
Oh.
approached them.
Or how'd you get, like, initially, how'd you get involved with them?
I was hired on as muscle. But, with money being short, you take the work you can get. It wasn't until I realized we were trying to kick my father off his land that
And who
Fuck,
exactly
fuck.
hired you?
this dreadlock
Like-
man.
Did he... So he was the one who hired you. You didn't go through anyone else and then met up with the group. It was directly from Mr. Dreadlocks.
Yes.
Okay.
And,
Where did he hire you from? Like a bar or
oh,
the
just
harbour
in
or-
town. He saw me on guard duty and then
Okay.
saw me in the bar later. And
And I suppose a final question.
Yes.
What's the shittiest bar in town?
they're all pretty.
Like the worst. If you
Where do
wanted
the
to get
criminals
robbed
go?
or stabbed, where would you go?
Well, we guards, we would not allow such a place.
What's a place even the guards avoid?
Well, generally the place is pretty safe, but the worst would probably be the crested cliff top. It's over cliff-wise.
Well, yeah, you'd have to be a bit of a thrill seeker to even go there for a drink.
Yes, the more daring the adventurers, they go there. But
Risk-taking behaviour.
yes, yes, this was a long time ago.
Oh, that's plenty of
A
information,
lot.
actually.
I'm glad that your memory has served.
It's very good.
I have a good memory for faces and details. That's why I guard. It's good to be able to recount who you see. And Frederick, he joined me in the guards. He's not as good as me. And Frederick's like, hey, come on.
Well, come on, Freddy. Like,
Well,
Be honest.
okay. He has always
no,
been
you've got a point.
He's been better than me at everything for my whole life, and I don't really like it.
I mean, who would?
I like it, says Adelaide. Well, anyway, as Roland pipes back up. Anyway, family is important.
Family.
And, well, it's good to hear that you all support each other. You all have each other's backs in the hardest time. This is what gets us through it. They support you. They bring you back to a place that of safety. They can be your armor. They can, help you through anything. Like if, for example, your family plot gets burned down and then the house falls apart. Then your family come through and help you build it back. It's hard. It's
Well,
hard.
like if you have to have a clutch and then defend it from horrible beasties
Exactly.
for a week in the swamp.
Because if you're by yourself, it would not. We would die out. But with the clan, it doesn't matter. We will look after the young, the infirm, the weak, until they are strong enough. Well, let's hear one of those songs, eh? Yeah.
Do the one that blows the ground up.
Don't do
But
that.
do it outside.
Yeah, okay.
As you know, people begin packing away dinner stuff. I mean, all exceptionally fresh, delicious. The half-shell vodka comes out. He sort of gets a few bottles.
Yeah,
plonks them
Kincaid
on the
gets his
table.
out.
It's got a cool like carapace bottle, like around half the bottle. And you can see the liquid swilling in the top, in the neck section.
It's like how
And
some
you
of those
hear
bottles have like the straw like wrapped around it, but
Yep.
it's shell.
shell. And so it's the finest for our family. And everyone gets a shell for a glass, you know, like half cup, and he pours out a measure for everyone. Are you really attuned to your?
I didn't really tune to it, but like it was.
We haven't tested if you curse.
Well, yeah, like we broke attunement with the remove curse. I don't know how the rest of it works.
Yeah, because that's how it works. It's like when you attune to a cursed item, you can't unattune from it,
Yep.
and remove curse means that it stays cursed, but it like breaks your attunement to it. So if you re-attune to it, you're cursed again.
Yeah,
but
but
unless you've
currently
done
not
that,
cursed.
yeah,
Your
you
attachment-
don't know.
You're not
All I did
wearing
was
it.
wrap it up.
It's like the
and stuff-
curse
stuff it in a
is
pocket.
stays attached to the thing,
Yeah,
but it
the thing,
breaks
but
your
Yeah.
snips it off me.
exactly.
That means they're finished with the candle.
yes.
We can go to the loo again.
So have you adjusted your constitution? If you're
Yeah,
unattuned to it?
it's back down to 11.
Okay. Cool. So it doesn't taste like soap. It actually tastes like very smooth, somewhat burny, but you need a bit of burn in the vodka. It's got a reddish green sort of hue to it when you hold it up to the light, and boy, it's good to find. Nothing tastes like your home vodka.
Vodka. Oh,
Oh, it's good.
So, Gonnie said that your volume is 30% lower than ours, in case you weren't aware.
Okay.
It's a very specific amount.
Yeah. 30%.
I can turn that up. Thank you, Gunny.
Thanks, Gordon.
Righto.
Off I go then.
Yeah, so, you know, the fireplace is roaring. You're all sort of sitting back, enjoying a good sipple, and Ricky regales a tale or a song or...
Okay, I'm a little bit nervous to play in front of your family.
No, don't be nervous. We can hear you.
Maybe Dragal help me out.
of course. But you'll have to bless this present song.
Out of 1.
28.
I'm a little bit nervous.
Just going from, like, the reserved sort of person you are to utter stagemanship. And
Drum burst into flames.
everyone's sort of like, play a song, banging on the table. And then you just, you rip out a fantastic tune about family, probably, I would guess. Everyone's in very good spirits by the end of it. There's plenty more food for anyone that's still hungry. Just go back up.
Another, and more vodka.
Yep, keep the half shell flowing.
Rosalind, if we wanted to chart a ship from here to Godswalk Keep, who would probably be best suited to that you can think of that's in the port?
Could you help us out with that?
Well, maybe she has a massive ship, but it's not.
It's quite a large ship. It's a trade ship. It's not so much for
Is
passengers.
there a passenger ship in port with a reliable captain that you're aware of?
We could take you on I'll see who's there.
Okay.
Also, do you trade for someone specifically, or is it your own?
Oh no,
business?
we own our business. We stock what other people need and take it to them and all that sort of stuff. It's
lucrative if you know who you're trading for. It's no use taking jade to the Jade Isles. They will not. They don't need it. But take them some furs and linens, that sort of stuff. They lap it up. So you just gotta know. Gotta find new connections. But yes, I'm sure we could sort someone out to help you. You will have to pay, obviously, but judging by Brother Kincaid, I don't think you're worried about the money.
Not currently.
We're very rich.
The pimp
Money,
horn.
money, money.
Yeah, you're eating with your pimp horn on.
Yeah, I'm using it to scoop up the food and
Like a cornucopia.
And then he like wipes his like mouth with it. Just with some copper, just clean himself off.
Yeah, you got the glass eye. It's like, oh, what's that there? Oh, 100 gold.
I couldn't see it before it through my diamond eye.
Also, isn't the skin on my drum songstone?
It
That's
is.
pretty fancy. Drum.
Yeah, you look pimp when that's part of your performance. You strike such a figure being naturally as handsome as you are, but the instrument that you're playing on is of another caliber. Like, people have never seen drums that look or sound the way that sounds. Yes, lovely.
Does he play that new spectral? What are they called?
Spectral Reach.
The Spectral Reach song.
Maybe when it's winding
Yeah.
down, he sort of starts trying to figure out a beat to it.
Spectral Reach.
Beautiful. So you enjoy family. You enjoy family dinner with the Jade Shell clan,
Yeah, pretty much.
Lunch from Tilly.
and we'll take a short break there.
Oh, yeah.
Half the time I'm about to like start talking in a Russian accent, like, wait, that's
Yeah.
not mine. That's
Very
Kincaid's."
friggin' hard.
it's infectious.
Yes, so we'll be back in a bit.
What time do we have to finish up? Like, when did Isaac have to leave?
2 o'clock.
Okay.
What was it?
So we've got an hour and a
I thought it was
half.
1:30.
I wasn't sure if it was like by 2 o'clock or
Double check with him.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
couldn't
not
remember.
comes
I couldn't remember.
Also, did we want to like maybe see if there's somewhere we can buy in Bournemouth and maybe hire some of your family members, like a shop, and have a trade deal with your sister so she can deliver our goods?
Yep. I think we need to like. I think we need to kind of figure out like obviously we have like the services.
Anyway, taking a
part
break.
of it.
Can I pinch your phone and make a call?
Like we've obviously got the services part of us, which is just us going around doing random shit.
Yeah. But the goods bit, we've sort of been lacking on a bit.
Well, that's I think like we need something that we sell.
So I was thinking maybe we can open like a shop front. We can hire like your brother and sister who are the guards to like be the
Security.
shopkeepers and security, whatever. We can have a trade deal with your other sister, and then we can, I guess, make some sort of deal with, what's his name?
Roland.
Not Roland. Oshran.
Yeah.
To like sort of maybe set up a trade route between them and deliver stuff between Bournemouth and
Yeah.
Stonebreak
might
and
be a
wherever
way.
else.
I think that's the thing. We need a good. We need like a main thing
Well-
that we have access to a lot of that we can sell. That can be that could be like the basis of our
So with my thingo,
mercantile empire.
I've got a thing called What a Deal, where I buy one item found on the table in mountain vehicles or trade goods, and if it's delivered to the franchise headquarters within 1 day. With a successful DC 15 charisma, I negotiate 50% discount. I don't know if that's a one-time thing or if it's like something I can do every single day, because it's like a list of like £1 of platinum, of gold,
Yeah,
saffron, cinnamon, blah blah blah.
Well, yeah, maybe that's something. It's like we basically set something up here, and that because the only other thing that I'd thought that would maybe work was like the mushrooms
Yeah.
that Varys and I are growing, like that they could be out. If we and I mean maybe like we could do that with the.
I was thinking maybe what we can do was buy a property in Bournemouth, hire his siblings to like look after it, and then set up a trade deal with Rosalind
And Australia.
and Oshran So that way we actually have a
you know,
good sort of
bespoke, and like if we can get the Misty Mound sorted out, it's like, you know, selling bespoke
quality lumber, or
Well,
what
yeah.
your family
Yeah.
turns out as the end product.
because that's what we're kind of thinking is like with, you know,
Get a bit of
Needlebark
an
Goods
empire
and
set up.
Services, we've got the services part,
But we don't
it's
have the
kind of
goods.
us just going around doing random shit.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah.
like a trade good that is our main thing that we can sell and
Yeah.
then use, and then, you know, we
Hey,
can
I'm
use the
down.
profits to buy other things
Yeah.
to then on sell,
And-
you know.
And like, you know, also a good thing is your family's getting some like money if
Yeah.
we kind of hire them.
And
stuff,
also, they
right?
can provide services in Falmouth.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, we would be employing the family.
Also, do you have to leave at 2?
I have
Yeah,
to be
sure.
somewhere else at 2.
Oh, okay.
So
At
leave
two.
1:30,
So leave
leave
here
at
like
That's why I was kind of
1:30.
like, 1:30,
Okay.
like kind of
Yeah.
1:45 latest.
No worries.
So we were just discussing the possibilities of getting like a binder building in Bournemouth, and then setting up his family members to like run the shop, do services, whatever. Setting up a trade deal with Rosalind to be like, you know,
The
our partner on the seas, and setting up a deal with Oshran as sort of like going between, as
Yeah.
like our merchant man.
And eventually, when we're high enough level, I'll be setting up teleportation circles in all of our home bases.
and
So-
also, and yeah, I'll like, and also with the other thing I was thinking.
So we should be setting up things like everywhere.
Yeah, because like as
yeah.
part of his acquisitions incorporated thing, he can buy trade goods at
Yeah.
like a discounted price. So we're thinking like story wise, maybe that makes sense. It's like, you know, get my family to help him buy like good Bournemouth goods that we can get, you know, for
Double
kind of
four in a shop.
yeah,
So-
and we can get good deals on the transport and then on the like, I don't know what you call it, wholesaler,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who is Austrian.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my
Yeah.
rank 1 thing is I can use my thing to buy one item found in the table of mounts and vehicles or trade goods section of chapter 5 and have it delivered to the franchise headquarters within 1 day. If I do a DC 15 charisma roll and pass, I get 50% off. But it doesn't state whether or not I can do it like once per day. You cannot use it again until your franchise attains the next rank.
Yeah, so that'd be like setting up a single deal that like, you know,
Yeah.
So I can do it twice, so I can do it twice at level 1, twice at level 2, twice at level 3,
Okay.
twice at level 4.
But
So we have to like really
yeah, if we like,
But it'd be big bulk buys, right?
yeah.
Like,
So
yeah,
because
this is all the trade stuff that I can get.
I reckon let's set this up
We can
off
do it
stream.
later.
Yeah.
We can tee all that up, discuss it,
Yeah,
and we'll figure something out.
Because what I was looking at to solve the mound is if I level up, I can swap a spell. Because unfortunately I can't swap spells like Kincaid. But if I level up, I can swap a spell to plant growth,
Yeah,
which you cast this spell over 8 hours. You enrich the land. All plants in a half-mile radius centered on the point become enriched for 1 year. The plants yield twice the normal amount when harvested. So I figured if I did that centered on the mound, that could help grow it.
And if you're spending time in Bournemouth, like if you're trying to get some holdings sorted out or anything like that, you could do it over a period of time.
Yeah.
And
I
maybe
mean,
when we
I mean,
level up
do it,
in
yeah,
God's
every day
War
for-
Keep and come back, we could
Who
use that
knows?
spell.
Who knows? But anyway, there's late drinkies until the wee hours. You guys have just gotten up from a rest,
We
so
don't
you
get sleep.
you go through the night pretty much.
I sleep.
Yep, Thurin's starting to get a bit. He's going to Noddy Land.
Oh, we're on different sleep schedules now.
Yep. Oh no.
we'll have to have like a day where we just kind of do nothing to
Yeah.
get ourselves. Does anyone else want before I go back?
Well, you'll have a day of ship travel to
Yeah.
do as nothing as you can.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Yep.
we didn't end up sending before you. went
I
to-
didn't have any. spells
Oh,
to
that's right.
Yeah, I'll
You want
finish
some?
that off if you want.
So we get a night's rest. It's all you know. It's joyful. The
Do you want me to-
reunite of the whole family is very nice family. And Vin Weasel's a firm favourite because all he says is family. But
Do it again, make him say it again.
someone needs to say it, but firmly. So yes, take a long rest. Roll for your flask.
8.
So yes, comes to a somewhat cloudy day.
It's cloudy on the shoreline.
This is
Yeah.
the 20th now, isn't it?
The last day of the month.
Woo! Last day of the month.
So what was it yesterday and married to the 19th?
Now it's Vada.
And Zvada the 20th.
Cool. Of Nihilus?
Yep.
No. Cool. So we're about to go into Pedelnus. It's almost Sprummer! Wait, no, it's going the other way. Nihilus to... Sorry, it goes to...
almost March.
Slogo?
So
We're in Slogo at the
Smarch.
moment.
Nihilus,
It's almost Smarch.
Yidis Nihilus, then Smarch is Krelphus and Eucosis.
Yeah, so Krelphus next.
Which I think,
It's gonna be Smarch weather.
my birthday, I decided, is the 7th of Eucosis.
Cool.
So in 2 months.
Nice!
Hey,
In 2 months, I'll be 98.
Oh, a fresh baby face
Chipper.
98.
I said my birthday was sometime in Eucosis.
We might share it.
In 2981.
I mean, pick a day.
No, like Druiden doesn't know.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, you have no idea.
He
That's
would
true.
have no idea. That's just when he
I
would
don't
have been
think I
found.
picked one.
Fair.
Your birthday's today, Kincaid. Ah.
Oh,
So
maybe it
you
is.
sleep in the baby's room to be, or your old room, and you can practically hear your mother's voice, like chiding you if you did something wrong, or helping you learn your letters and that sort of stuff. It's bittersweet being
B
home.
is for special
G is for guidance, or B is for bacon. Crispy, salty, something
crispy,
good.
cracky, salt good, or
Cracky,
something.
yes.
Crispy, cracky, salt good, or something like that. That's pretty close.
Cracky, salty, good. So yeah, he'll cook up some bacon, why not, for breakfast, and some borscht.
Crispy, crackly, salty, good.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It wasn't even crackly, it was
I think it was
cracky
cracky,
that he said.
cracky. I think it was, yeah.
There's some leftovers from the dinner last night, so you feel free to eat what you will.
Good brekkie.
Good seafoods.
And then probably worth getting an early start down to the dock.
Yeah.
So you head down with Rosalind. She sort of points out a ship captain, helps you negotiate a price. It'll be what would probably be 3 gold total for a day's travel for 4 of you.
I might
Is
fit in
that-
my treat.
Is that to end back or return trip?
Only if you want it.
Yeah, well, we're going to be there for...
3
We're going
days.
to go there, be there 3 days at the maximum and then come back.
Okay.
So we're back in time for the birth.
Yeah, I'll just pay up front a lot.
Okay. Cool.
And before we leave, I'll just ask Rosalind if she can, like, have a look around and see if there are any, like, I guess, shop fronts that are available to buy. Or
Okay.
rent whilst we're gone.
Cool.
So it saves us the trouble of looking when we get back.
Leave it with me. I will see what we can find for you. It'll help having the family name. We'll see if we can sort something out, because that sounds quite lucrative and
Yeah, we would have discussed this kind of.
Yeah.
yeah,
Over drinks,
over
right?
drinks by the fire.
You know what would be good if we went into business,
The old 2 a.m. drunk. No, there's this crypto, there's this new coin. Have you guys heard about Dogecoin?
Have you
It's called Ronin coin, right? No, stay with me.
No, so the blockchain.
So you're like, yeah, you go through everything,
Yeah.
over drinks by the fire, sort of thing, talking about Ronan and the crap that you went through just to get him back to life. But you brought him back to life. You go through all of Glendalfa and the demons and devils and everything that you've faced, and everyone's just sort of like, Kincaid has grown up a little bit. Past that, very on board. She's a good businesswoman, business total. So she
Total woman.
she definitely understands, the value that would come from having a base of operations, a supplier, similar to Ostran's set up, a warehouse where their goods can be stored, sort of stuff. So you head on down. You head out with a fella named Sigmund, a gnomish captain, fairly small sloop, and he's able to get you around to
What's it called?
the sloop.
It's just called the sloop.
No. The sloop is called Goblin Crippler. Yeah.
How did it get the name?
So Sigmund is
That's
just
vicious.
Goblin Crippler.
Sigmund's like,
I love it.
Oh, I bloody hate goblins.
You are a man after my own heart.
Yeah, they're little... Oh, you're from the Underdark, are you?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, well, they're conniving little bastards, and I mean, I've done some things that I'm not proud of, but
I think you're proud of. You named the
Oh,
ship
Rob's
after it.
I'm a little bit proud of it. Okay, you've got me. But a lot of people don't sail with me because they think it's a little bit crass, but if you know goblins like I do,
If you've lived near them.
oh, they're the worst. But happy to have someone of equal mindset on board.
he's not the best sailor, but he knows what he's doing enough.
He's got a people mover.
Between the islands, you actually encounter nothing. That's nice.
Sweet. Smooth
And
sailing.
yeah, takes you most of a day with an early start, but you get across the bay to the jutting. What's it called?
I don't know.
Crystalline art.
Promontory?
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, would not have got that.
The promontory of Godswall Keep. Now,
Peninsula?
it's quite a large structure.
Well, how long does it take to get there?
Like pretty much a full day.
So we're gonna have to have a long rest on the boat.
Well, we can have
No,
a long
you-
rest when we're there.
You'll have rested overnight.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if it's done as in like a daytime worth. So
Oh,
like 12
yeah,
hours. Yeah.
Sorry,
okay,
yeah. Day
I thought you meant like a
daylight
full like
hours.
24 hours. Yeah, cool.
No. So you get across. Actually, how long did it take you from there?
Well, it took us half a day to get here and then half a
Yeah,
day to
yeah.
get there.
In the small thing, I'd say about 8 to 9 hours.
Okay.
Something like that. So it's a solid sail.
So if we set off early in the morning, we're
Yep.
kind of getting in like late afternoon.
Yep.
4 o'clock.
And you sort of get there, land on the beach down below it, and you're looking out. It's quite an imposing structure, very ancient, think like Gothic cathedral sort of stuff by the ocean. But there's a faint, in the right light, there's a faint like blue gleam to the stonework, reminiscent of the Book of Slate that you've recovered. This strange crystalline substance. But yeah, so you head up the beach and to the front sort of entrance. There's a few people with small hand carts bringing their dead to this place. So you sort of hop in the line. There's a very... So the first thing you notice about the keepers of the Crystal Archive, what's yours? Yeah, the monks of the Bleak Seneschal. I
Oh
was
yeah,
trying to
that's
think
just
the word.
one of the many names.
Yeah.
The Final Scribe, the Pitiless One, the Bleak Seneschal, the Scribe of the Damned, the Lord of the End.
So the monks that
Yeah.
There's a lot of
man
names.
this
Jurgal
place.
has a lot of names.
Pretty badass.
He's like Belchbag.
What? There is a common theme that it seems to be to everything I invent.
Everything I create.
I was
There's
tempted
lots
to
of
Ricky when they're
names.
bringing up the body to be like, so this is the supply chain, huh?
So looking at there's a human with a completely shaved head. He's just standing there, sort of, you can barely make out what he's saying, talking very quietly, permitting people through. And once you get up to the front of the line, you notice that Kincaid is almost wearing the garb that he's wearing, just very drab grey robes. Kincaid's at some point looks somewhat like
Yeah, when
that.
you first met Kincaid
Yeah.
back in Stonebreak, yeah, that's what it looked like. I think it's like slate grey with like white gloves or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yes, absolutely. And he sort of,
And what can we do for
I
you?
have returned! Do I know this person?
not a clue.
Returned what?
I am Brother Kincaid. I was sent by Fargrim and... what did we say her name was? The other one?
The one that you bothered.
Melusine.
Yeah, Millicene. I was sent by I am Brother Kincaid. I am one of the... what are they called?
Brothers of the Crystal Archive.
No, there's a Keepers of Crystal Archive and then there's like a...
specific sect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Them.
I'm one of them.
I'm one of them.
one of the... Well, Kincaid would know it, just because I've forgotten it.
Yeah, yeah.
The something.
The ones that wander.
Yes. That's the ones.
Uh,
No, like, show it. There's the symbol of Jergal on the shield and, like, the chain at the neck.
So you have no bodies to enter.
Nope.
Not presently.
Then, brother, you may proceed.
Thank you. These are my associates. They have helped with the mission.
just gives a very slow nod to each of you.
Welcome to the Godswalk Keep.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
And it's only now that you're returning, you're like, are they all like this? No wonder I wanted to go.
Were they always this boring?
So you get
I just
inside.
never noticed because I'd
and-
never gone anywhere
Yeah,
or done anything
absolutely.
ever.
You go inside and there's a bunch of different sort of desks where people are, taking down names of those who have died and have been brought. And the keepers of the archive, you just hear this sort of like droning voice from all of them. They are all absolutely dull. The way they speak, everything that they do is just, there's no emotion, there's no joy or sorrow. Like there's nothing on that scale, just flat
It's
monotone.
like The Witcher.
Yeah, and they are just
But way less cool brooding and more just
Shit.
boring librarian.
It's a whole religion based on manual data entry.
Yeah.
Like
and
What
death.
it sounds like.
But
the Alabaster Scribes.
Yeah,
that's the one I'm
that's
thinking
it.
about. They're the ones that like
go around.
wander around.
So the Alabaster Scribes perform rites in towns. Like they go around because not everyone can make it to Godswalk. They sort of travel and that sort of stuff. That fit much better with you because being in the keep kind of made you go a little bit insane.
Yeah.
You notice
Understandably.
that going inside, they use that crystal to sort of liven up the place a little bit. Like it's not all just stone. There are, archways made of it. There are certain walls that, they make little shrines to Jergal in front of. But they tend to use it sparingly. You're sort of directed to a lady, shaven head, grey robes, white gloves.
And what can I do for you?
Is this Millicent?
No.
I'm looking for Fargrim or Millicent. I'm Brother Kincaid of the Alabaster Scribes. I was entrusted with a mission from them. And I have returned, having completed that mission.
A moment.
Goes to
Oh my god.
a big tome.
Did you grow up here?
Yes. Just through there and then round it back a little bit. That was my old room. From when I was a little
How
kid.
did you have fun?
Well, in retrospect, I didn't. But I did. At the time, I didn't know what fun was, so I didn't know that I wasn't having it.
At this point, seeing where he was raised and seeing him at the poker table, you're like, now it makes sense. Oh, that was his first enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
Gotcha. She sort of flicks through the tome.
Sorry. Did you say Fulgrim or Fargrim?
I said...
Fulgrim being the father.
Yeah, Fulgrim. But I heard that he's not well, so I guess Fargrim.
Fulgrim died.
Yes, that's what I meant.
He is not well.
Yeah, well. he got an incurable
Not well
illness.
than that.
Can't cure that.
Fargrim is located in the keep up on the second floor.
Or what about Millicent?
Melsin is reserved for operations and higher function.
Oh, this was a very high function.
Was it?
Yes.
Then I will schedule you in.
Oh my god.
You guys just like This is what I looked.
It's like when you're at the bank and there's just an old person in front of you at the teller and you're like,
The person, and they can't get the card to tap, and then they're trying to like insert it, and then
What's
like,
my pin again?
oh, or they're trying to pay by check, and the person's like, "What's a check?"
I don't think we've used checks in 38 years.
Yeah, that's a damn.
Sorry, just changing colours because we're in the keep. Loading. There we go. It'll be a nice blue.
not gonna lie, in Katie, if I had to grow up here, I would have jumped off that cliff.
I tried, but I swim. I can hold my breath and I have a very hard shell.
Yeah, and if, I guess
I
you
just
just have
got
to sit
wet.
underwater for a long time.
It was more boring at the bottom of the sea, so I came back.
Gives you a small slip of paper.
Oh, it's like Centrelink. I have to go and sit on the shitty little chairs. I work here. I should know. I don't.
Please go and wait.
Take the ticket.
Area B, your meeting is in 3 hours hence.
3 hours?
Yes, 3 hours hence. They just like, you get nothing from them. They're pure bland. You're like, come on, I'll work here. It's like, yes, in 3 hours, thank you. Next.
What about Fargan? Can I go and see him now?
Can you just sending Millicene and, you know, get it in?
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Just get it and push this shit forward,
Done.
man.
Immediately.
Let's turn invisible and go start looking where they take the bodies.
Immediately sending Millicene, I'm at the front and I can't get in. I've got the books of Slate. Can you please come and let us in? I don't want to have to sit with a shitty fucking ticket. Please!
Don't make me sit on this goddamn chair for 3 hours. Sure, we're well over the 25 words.
So, while you're messaging, the rest of you see, like, this place is beautiful in its own way. It's a very ostentatious stonework. Like, it's all hand done to the nines. Like, everything is sculpted and carved, and it's all amazing, but just there's no obviously on purpose, there's no life in this place. It's just, this is where the names are taken and the bodies are removed. The end. So that's about what you get. People are grieving as they come through the doors, and they just are met with blank.
Is there a bathroom?
I'm sure there would be. A hole that opens over the ocean.
Yeah, sick. Can I poke Ricky in the ribs and say, come with me for a minute?
Let's go hashtag.
No, but yeah, just get us sort of out of
Madison, I need
eyes.
the bathroom.
Yeah, and inconspicuously walk off together holding hands.
Whatever you gotta do, just wash your
You
hands.
take him by the beard.
But yeah, once we're sort of kind of out of sight, more or less, I'm thinking maybe if you turn me invisible, I'm gonna cut down the line to where the body's being taken, maybe have a look around, see if I can see where some might go missing or something like that. And then I'll keep my invis thing in case I need to get out of trouble fast. Sound like I'm gonna do?
I like it.
Just out of curiosity, didn't you buy a ring?
Yes, I bought the Ring of Invisibility off Wally.
Okay. He's gonna save that for. Because.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I'm
no, I
gonna
get
save that in case I have to drop invis while I'm in there, and then I want to get
Need
out,
it
but
again.
I then don't have invis.
Yep.
So
That's your escape strategy.
if he casts on me,
Okay. Because what is it? Is it what's once a day?
once a day, once at a long rest.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So
Well, that's fine by me.
Cool.
Good luck.
do it. Thank you.
Slap. And
Yeah.
you just
Oh yeah, like cracking an egg and then.
dribbles away to nothing.
Yep.
And if anyone was watching, they would have seen the two of you go into the bathroom and Ricky just come out like,
Did he just murder him? Did he just shove him over the cliff edge?
chuck him down the dunny.
Yeah, no, the
Well, you said
toilet.
it was a cliff, that thing that just hangs over the ocean.
Yeah.
I'm picturing it as
It's like a drop dunny over the
Yeah,
ocean.
disenchantment has like the.
yeah, that hole. Yeah, so you sending Melusine, and you get back. Come to the 3rd floor, and I will see you now.
Fantastic. She says she'll see us now at the 3rd floor.
Thank God.
This is after like
Wait for
15
me.
minutes. You're like, nope, I'm not waiting. Bored. There's no magazines to read. There's nothing.
This place
Not
is
even
sucks.
Just boredom.
There's not even a 2004 Reader's Digest.
Or a Woman's Weekly from 2 centuries ago.
Just awful.
Truly, a terrible place.
Oh, yeah.
What did I just kick? Yeah, it stretches as well.
So you head up a central sort of stairwell and come out on the 3rd floor. So this is towards the top of the keep. And you seem to remember that she was 2 IC when you left. And you go and knock on that door. And a short dwarf answers the door.
Hello.
Hello?
Millicent.
No.
Oh.
Points to the next door.
Okay,
Closes.
sorry for bothering you. Millicent, you've changed a lot. You were a beautiful young woman and now you're an old male dwarf. What have they done to you?
The ravages of
The
time.
stresses of this job.
You've taken a single holiday since I left.
No wonder you
I gave
decided
you
to
that
wander around.
friendly for a reason. Use it. Oh.
So you knock on the door, usually reserved for the senior scribe within the order. Knock on the door, think, oh, must move up.
Moving up in the world.
Moved up the ranks. And Melusine in the same drab grey, white gloves, and a small white symbol of Jurgal.
So is she a human, sorry?
No, a turtle.
A turtle as well?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, good day.
Hello, Millicent.
Welcome
You've
back.
returned.
Yes, you have. Were you successful?
I was indeed. Reach out.
And you see the smallest little twitch of the eyes, like, oh.
It's just been carrying that around in a bag.
Come inside.
Like a
Absolutely.
falls
Oh, hang on, where is it? Animal skins, vodka.
Giant
Pick it up and it's
scales.
dripping.
Oh, sorry, I think I got some jam on the corner there.
You'll have to lick that out.
Look, it's a good thing it's made of crystal. Just give it a wash.
And she sort of clears a space on her very well organized desk.
My eyes do not deceive. This is
It is
remarkable.
indeed.
Place it down, please.
And she folds out some linen underneath where you're about to put it. And you place it down. This large crystalline tome. Sort of adjusts her gloves very delicately.
Is it intact?
As far as I could tell, I never saw it when it was here, but when I looked at it, it seems
It seems to emanate a soft blue reflection of the light. It's beautiful crystal, whatever it's made of. And you see names, like this is in tiny script, names sort of etched into the crystal itself.
What's the very first name in the book?
The first name, you sort of crane down and you have to look at it. It's slightly damaged. The first page has some scratching on it. So you can't quite make out the names in there. So it's not entirely intact. You see that there's a little bit of damage to a few pages. Whether it's through disuse or, not being upkept
I don't
by
know if
the...
it was like that beforehand or.
I mean, it's an old ass book. Anyway.
Absolutely.
Oh, that is a shame. We will have to get Fargrim to repair such things. The original, where did you find it?
I have no idea who we had to kill to get this thing back.
You were forced to.
Oh, check out that one. Oh no, it stopped. It was absolutely spazzing.
Oh,
oh really?
It was going full road.
You had to kill to retrieve it.
Yeah, we
Oh,
had to
so much.
kill some ghosts that popped out of
devils, demons.
the tablet of
This is a good point.
Star.
Ichthar's prophecy tablet.
I've got them all written down.
Well, you could be.
No, I wouldn't have followed with.
Okay.
I also
I would
have
been, I'll stay
many.
downstairs then.
Use the 1 hour you've got.
We'll cut to you in a sec.
Yeah.
I also have many entries that I have to add to the archive.
They
Of
will.
people that we met who were already dead, and then some that we killed.
Excellent. We will add them to later volumes
Had to be done.
as per the normal process.
Of course, of
This
course.
guy here with the question mark, you can cross that off his line now.
He got
Don't
better.
do this one.
He was dead, but
You have served the order with great cunning, and you have not been turned away from a difficult task.
thank you.
The bleak father thanks you.
Thank you, Bleak Father.
And closes the tome, picks it up.
I will take this to Fargrim immediately for repairs.
And takes it out of the room and sort of beckons for you to follow. In the meantime,
Well,
Varys.
yeah, where they're taking the bodies for processing and that sort of thing, I want to go that way.
Oh, I was doing it.
I
Damn
just
it.
saw it.
Yeah.
I'm just
yeah,
picturing this
I-
as like a scene. You have us like sitting and waiting while we tapping our fingers, and he's like, "Oh, super stealth," like, and back to us, we're just like, "When is this going to happen?"
You're all Kincaid now.
The accent really rubs off.
Yeah.
So you sort of follow. You wait around for them to go through the process of describing the name out and cause of death and approximate date, any details that they can provide, and then the person leaves and they take the body further below. And so they take it out through a hallway and down a sloped sort of stairwell.
Okay.
So you follow along. We'll get you to make a stealth check with advantage because you're in Viz.
Oh, 27?
That'll
No, 28.
lucky.
DC is 28.
But you follow, and there's just cut into the earth. So you're probably a few stories below ground level. Cut into the earth and just going on for as far as you can see. There is a chamber with slots in the wall for bodies.
Yep.
It smells of death.
Okay.
But it's more the familiar scent of like formaldehyde that you guys got for the head jars. That smell is very pungent down here. So all of the bodies are treated in some way before they're interred.
Right.
And yeah, there's just endless rows and rows and rows and rows.
So does Godswalk have like a mausoleum?
It kind of
is.
It's like it's the whole cliff is just like honeycomb. It's like catacomb. You know what is it? Is it the Paris catacombs, or whatever, where there's just like bones and bones. That's
Yeah,
like
don't
this
go down there,
whole
you will get lost and
place.
die.
It's like that's what this whole place
Right.
is. It's just a giant graveyard carved into a cliff.
Alright. So can I just go over and examine sort of one little spot of the holes in the walls? Is there like a name attached to it sort of thing?
No.
So it's just
the names are.
Recorded in
So
the
yeah,
books,
you sort of watch
and
the
then they just put
process
the
from.
bodies here.
Yes, they note it down, take the corpse, inter it, and then they have their record of it. That's all they care about is the recording of these deaths and corpse storage basically. So yeah, you sort of follow them down and see it. No, there's no security. There's nothing like that because there's nothing to secure. Yeah.
Yeah, just with whatever time I've got until I hit the half-hour mark and have to head back.
Yep.
Just go as deep as I can to see if there's like another exit or would they have had to just carry the bodies out the front door?
Okay. So I'll get you to make a perception or investigation, whatever you would like to use.
Probably investigation. Can I use the bifocals for this?
Yeah,
Because it gives
I'd
me
say so.
advantage if I can get within 5 inches of the target, but I don't know if that's specifically helpful here.
what are you looking for specifically?
I'm looking for, like if there's a secret escape or anything like that, you yank this dude's head and a wall opens kind of thing.
Yep.
Or if there's just a bloody side entrance, so, an eastern entrance or something like that. If it's the entire mountain or whatever sort of thing, like, want to come in from different ways and that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Just trying to see where they would have taken the bodies.
Go perception.
Perception. 5.
Okay. So, it's not so much a matter of what you see, it's just how long it takes you to get there. So it takes you a good portion of your invisibility. So I'd say you walk for 20 minutes into the catacomb, just walking. And it's just,
More of the same.
more of the same. The only instance of change is there's a section in one of the walls, a small hole. Well, not so small, maybe 2 by 2 meters, so a square hole in the wall.
Like touching the ground? So
no,
like
it's
a doorway,
about
or it's
waist
like,
height.
Okay, so it's raised off the ground. Okay. Section of a small hole. If I stick my head in there, is it like an angled chute to the surface?
It's actually the opposite. You look up and there's like cave,
And
like
then I look
rock.
down.
You look down and it's a chute downwards.
Chute. Descending beneath catacombs.
The rest of you follow Melusine, follow her out and around to, archival and restoration. It's a big place. Like there are a lot of different chambers and it would be very easy to get lost in here. Knowing the general layout comes back to you. Melusine doesn't even knock on the door, opens it up, and you see a dwarf working, hunched over some tomes. He's obviously scribing in some way, repairing bindings and that sort of stuff. Melusine, we have the first edition of the
Books of Sled?
and you see Fulgrim turn while she's saying this. He's got a spectacle up to his eye. He's probably in his 50s, 60s. And he looks past Melusine to you. And you see the first emotion that you've seen in this place. You see anger across his face. What are you doing here?
I have completed my mission. I found the books of Sled, as I was told.
There's nothing else.
Not just the books. Why, what else should I have done? What else was there?
He sort of puts his things down and steps up to you, points a finger into your lower leg.
My calf.
You realize that my father stooped to protect you. He picked you up when you were a sickly little weakling, and he died for you. He gave me nothing, yet he died in your name, and you robbed me. My last chance to see him. You took that from me. Did you know that? What have you got to say?
Disagree. No. Absolutely not. I will not have that.
What? So you spent your hours with him
Yes.
day and night?
I did not tell him
No,
how to
but
treat you.
he took you in my place. I'm supposed to be his firstborn child,
Yes.
but he chose you.
Yes.
I mean, you seem like a bit of a sloppy turd with how you're acting now, so how could you blame him?
Exactly.
Melusine, escort them. I do not want them in this room. And she's sort of very, very put off by, emotions being shown.
People have feelings here?
I'm sorry, you'll have to leave.
I mean, we're together,
You
so...
will have to leave, I'm sorry.
Okay, don't forget the other thing.
Oh, yes. Melusine. One more. In my travels,
maybe like as we're
Yeah.
kind of
So
leaving.
you hear him sort of like frustrated Yosemite Samming while you leave in Scottish as the door closes, and she sort of, my apologies for that outburst.
Oh, that's alright. You've always been a dick.
Well, sorry, yes.
One of the many tasks that we performed in order to, on the track of the Books of Slate, we had to break into the tomb of the great necromancer Osselvich. And in that, I found some of her notes, her diary, which I think I still have. I know I had.
They're in the pocket dimension.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Oh yeah, you're not there.
That's
Nope,
right.
that's
We can
right.
provide the proof.
I can fetch at a later time some of the diary, and as part of the necromantic experiments, she was using bodies that she said she got from here.
Or that had, the insignia of the keep on the casket.
Yeah, she had. Yeah,
And I think wasn't there like a ledger of like buying
Purchasing,
and
yeah.
yeah. There was like
bodies,
she had bought. It said that she had bought bodies from here for use in necromancy.
We do not sell bodies.
Well, there I saw caskets with the order sigil on them.
There's
In
someone
her
here definitely selling them.
catacombs, and there was a ledger of corpses purchased.
Do you have that ledger?
Not on me, but I can get it.
Okay.
Give us like half an hour, we'll be able to get it for you.
Okay, meet me in my office. That is bizarre.
Can
It is very troubling.
Is she actually taken aback by this news?
She
Inside?
didn't show any emotion, but go for
Insight.
insight.
Hey, look, pupils dilate and shit.
Yes. Leslie Leslie?
Can control your face muscles, can't control your
not my best.
goddamn blood pressure. Well, I mean, you can, but...
3.
Wow, we all sucked hard.
17.
There we go.
Wait, what's your insight? +5.
Plus 6.
That's pretty good.
There is some body language that tells you this isn't the first time she's heard this. Like, it's not a complete surprise to her. Just everything is muted. Her reactions are always muted. But it's not the surprise that you would expect. Being that this is something that goes against the order, pretty much. We'll cut back to Varys.
One last thing while I'm down there.
Yep.
Can I... like, 'cause it says if you cast a spell or attack something, does summoning Hermes to my hand, considering the spell is permanently cast until he's dead, does that break my invis? Just
I would say he could just be with you.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I want him to fly down the chute
Okay.
until it comes out into somewhere else, and then when it does, let me know and I'll walk into him.
Okay. So he flies down a good few hundred feet, down into a extremely large chamber. Now, when he flies out into it, it's pitch black, but it takes a second to adjust to the lighting, but there is the faintest blue crystalline glow, similar blue. So you walk into him, and there is a sea of corpses down here. This is where corpses are disposed of. They don't have room to inter corpses for an infinite amount of time. After a while,
So these are all like skeletons, desiccated husks. So you get preserved, put in the wall, you get 15 years on the wall, and then,
depending on
Or if you're poor,
circumstances,
you just go straight down the chute.
or if you're poor, you go straight down the chute.
You're not sure.
Down the
But
big chute.
there is a variety of corpse age that you can see down there.
The crystals are like grown out of people's bones. If there's no removal system, it's the only nutrition they're receiving. The crystals are made out of bones.
That is something that you would infer.
Yeah.
Or at least it adds something to the crystal.
Well, yeah, just have him do a little, 100-foot circle around the chamber,
Yep.
and then back up the chute. And
So,
we'll start heading back
Make a
because we're running out
perception.
of time.
Make a perception check while he's flapping.
Come on, baby boy. Do me proud. 21.
Not bad.
Yep.
There is a small, there's piles and piles of corpses. The smell coming up the shaft, you're just like, oh, good grief.
Splash some of the vinegar up my nose.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, whoa, so I can't smell.
Oh no, our senses are so much
Yeah.
more sensitive.
So sharp.
But Hermes flaps around like mounds of corpses. And there is a small, almost entirely hidden little archway cut into the wall.
I got what I came for. And yeah, I'll call my baby boy back to me and we're heading out.
Hermes, ooh, and flaps back up to you. And yeah, you start heading back through at a brisker pace.
Yeah, double time.
Yep.
Just to make sure.
And it's quite a ways down, like a few stories, so it takes a bit of time.
Bit of huffing and puffing.
Yep. So you get back up into the lobby, and you sort of like control the breathing. And you sort of look around in the B area, and your companions are nowhere to be found, and you're just like, shit.
Understandable.
Where have they gone?
Go to the bathroom and let the invis wear off and then come back out to the front.
Yep. Whoo, boy.
What did you eat?
That was a solid 50 minutes. That I was in there uninterrupted.
I had to flush 4 times.
Not go in there. So the rest of you leaving Melusines?
Yeah, if you're happy, Kincaid.
Yeah, if we go get...
Were we going to Was
Yeah.
there anything else we had to ask her? Were we going to question her
Or
about...
do you want to meet back up with Varys and get the document?
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe,
yeah,
yeah,
and
that's
then-
what I was going to say.
yeah.
Like, just say to her, we want to help investigate this, and, we'll get the documents and then come back and meet. So is she, like, the head of the whole order now?
Yes. She's the senior scribe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, say to her that we'll get the documents from Varys and then
Okay. So you head back
meet
down
back
to...
up to discuss the investigation and
I'll just be
whatnot.
loitering in the lobby.
You sort of just like...
Standing by the water cooler, just
Do
endlessly refilling it.
Oh god, now I've got to go back to the toilet.
Oh, man.
Just spend an hour in there, damn. So you head back down and spot Varys loitering. Up to no good. Maybe.
You look very suspicious just standing there.
You're all sweaty.
Perfectly natural.
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
Just standing in the hallway,
Sweating while he's drinking water. Nothing suspicious whatsoever.
And there are other people
Yeah.
sitting in here waiting, like some sobbing softly, people in all various states of boredom, laying on the ground, people with their children, kids are making a ruckus running around. But you meet up with Varys and head back up to Melusine.
Get the
Question,
documents.
didn't you, with some of the documents, didn't you, rewrite them?
I made copies,
Yeah.
but I think they're at headquarters.
Yeah.
Okay, but
was
we
the-
do have copies, just in case. We give it to Melusine, she's like, haha, you have no evidence anymore, this is burning.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we I definitely made copies.
Okay, cool. So head up to Melusine.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, yeah.
And as you enter Melusine's office, she enter. Varys is there.
Guy was.
He was
taking a
manning
shit.
the boat and taking a shit.
You got great toilets here. They're really nice.
It is a view of the ocean
It's
as you
beautiful.
pass.
You swim underneath. You look up, there's this massive brown thing just flying at you.
It's dropped a few stories and I
Is
just.
that a diving seagull?
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Cotton is a strange brown seabird.
Seems to have yellow flecks in it.
And it smells nutty.
So what proof do we have?
Receipts.
These are the works.
You said
we
you were
found.
going to get
Yeah.
your proof. Yep.
We found these in a necromancer's tomb. A what became it?
The books of Osseovich.
Ossuary of Ostrovish.
Hmm.
And they were. No, that's Sugo.
Nope, not that one.
No, that's Sugo.
There is no. Before. Aha! The necromancy and cultural attitudes to it. Then we found the Mani Plippy, the details of necromantic arts, instruction manual on becoming a necromancer, and then excerpt on zombies, and then here is the ledger, a purchase list of corpses being bought from all over the place, some of them from God's Walk Keep, and it's like a recurring transaction. And then also her experiments were going wrong.
Right, I might cross-reference with our interment documentation. Bear with me. Uses some magic to summon, the documents required. Oh, she's good at what she does.
Surely she'd better off than herself.
Well, she's
Absolutely.
doing paperwork.
Yeah, this is
what
literally
she
her
does.
entire life. She
Got a plus 12 to this roll.
flicks through to your notes and can see some date shorthand, and then cross-references with her records, or with the archive that you've got. What I can see, this was a few years prior. Somebody by the name of Thalia Darkwater.
Dark Singer?
No, Darkwater. One of our scribes appears to have
Been working.
interred these. The notes are meticulous, so we know who inters each corpse. This.
So she interred the bodies that went missing. It could have happened later down the line, but
Yes.
But if
she,
anyone
she
saw
made
anything,
contact. Yeah.
but she was the one to inter all of these ones that went missing, is what you're telling me?
So it takes her a good 10 minutes of flicking
Because if you were
and
present to
trying to
everyone,
find.
there's no
She's good at what she
like
does,
that.
but coincidentally, it is the same name each time.
Yes,
No
of course.
coincidence.
Yeah.
Do we believe Millicent?
Oh, I believe that
Melusine?
Oh,
Millicent.
yeah, is she...
Make an insight
Yeah,
check.
2.
All right, yeah, I'll...
She is a blank slate, man.
That is.
That's a 9.
This is very fitting.
I was gonna say that is the best thing about the dice whenever I roll insight, because it's like in my backstory that I'm horrible at reading people.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't
trust
know. It's the most trustworthy face I've ever
I'm
seen.
not gonna murder a whole family. You seem like telling
I
the truth.
believe
You want to babysit these 2 kids?
If anyone's gonna say that, it's someone who wouldn't do it, right?
Right?
And someone that wouldn't do it.
What an odd thing to say.
11.
Okay.
Well,
Seems legit.
Yeah.
well, I think this Thalia.
There's a knock at the door.
Thalia?
And there's a runner. Someone's brought up the tome, the Book of Slade.
The restored.
Yes, it's obviously highest priority as far as priorities here go. This is probably top of the pop. So Fargrim has prioritized this. Simple restoration. Pages were scratched somewhat, and the crystal was repaired. So Melusine takes it and lays out underlay matting and places the tome on it and flips it open. And she sort of, he has done excellent work. The pages restored, as are the following.
So no more scratchings over the
No more
names of people.
scratchings.
So what is the first name in the book now?
The first name in the book is Saria Harrenwick. That's Serilla.
Because this is the first book of Slade, isn't it?
This is the OG
Was it Harringwick?
Harrenwick.
Harrenwick. And the last name in the book?
of the first tome.
Of the first time.
Clarimond. Duchessa!
Sorry, what was the first name again?
Saria Harrenwick.
What was the other one? Clarimond. Deutschremont.
It's so funny, like, I spot a name on the list, I'm like, yes, that's it. What was it again? Shit.
Yeah, that was. I did.
Deutschen Wiggle.
I did names for the 3 crew that got killed on the Picante Moor. Buggus, Ronkel, and Clogs. Fucking Runkle. What a name.
Dear, oh dear.
Buggus, Ronkel, and Clogs.
Ronkel.
Nice.
Ronkel.
Alright.
Well, the tomb is restored. All is as it should be in the archive. Thank you for your service. You may return to your post.
We want to investigate this, the
Talia.
sales of this Talia Darkwater.
I believe Thalia is no longer with us.
As in she's dead or she's left?
She, I believe, died.
Yeah, very convenient of her.
Is she interred here?
Let me look. This could take some time.
Or was
There's no
Thalia-
control F.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Was what?
Was
Auschwitz.
Thalia Auschwitz?
Maybe.
But no, I don't think that makes sense.
Wait, can I just insight whether or not she seems, when she says she's dead, like if it's legit?
Sure, go for it.
Far out. 12.
Reading her body language doesn't seem entirely truthful with that she's just told you that she's dead.
I think you know more than what you're letting on there. And he uses Zone of Truth.
Looks up from the tome. I'm sorry? Zone of Truth.
Zone of Truth.
Alright, so it's a what?
Shit, let me double check. I think it's 14 charisma. Double check.
Charisma is lacking in this place.
Oh, yeah. So Zone of Truth is 14 charisma.
And you know if she fails or saves.
Yeah.
She failed. She rolled a 14, but she's got a negative.
Yeah.
So, what does Zone of Truth look like coming from you?
I guess just like, because it's a 15-foot radius centered on my point of choice, which is her, so I guess like all around her. You know, like Swords of Revealing Light in Yu-Gi-Oh? That's what I'm imagining, like around it. This is the zone, and it's all just bright.
Yep. Is she aware of it?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's a big glowing.
It's not like a hidden
No.
thing that they're unaware of. Okay.
It's a very clear.
Is Talia dead? Talia.
I have no idea. She went missing.
Okay.
And she sort of like pauses for a second and like looks at herself, just like, wait, what? Did I actually say that? Like there's confusion on
Yeah.
her face.
How long ago did she go missing?
People leave the order. People travel, people wander. I would have to search records to find evidence.
We can help with that.
Do you know why she left?
I don't believe anyone knew.
Was she close with anyone here?
No, she was a recluse. Beautiful in her own way.
Whereabouts did she live?
Oh, within the keep.
Where were recorders?
Pardon?
Where were recorders?
Oh, they would have been occupied by someone else by now.
Yeah.
Did you know about the sale of bodies before we told you?
I had heard rumor, but no substance.
Who'd you hear the rumor from?
I couldn't recall, to be honest. Someone within the order.
How long ago did you hear about it?
Oh, it's always been a rumor.
like since you started here.
So this is just like very like she's searching for dates in the tome, and she's just sort of like offhandedly saying these things.
I suppose, do you know when Thalia went missing?
I believe that's what she's searching
Yeah,
for.
I think
Yeah, that's what she's looking for.
How long does it last, by the way?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So we got plenty of time.
Can I just sidle over and lock the door?
There aren't locks. There's no locks in this
Press
place.
myself
Do we
up
know
against the door.
Yeah, sure.
Do we know how Fulgrim died?
Who's murdered?
Do you know who murdered Fulgrim?
Don't think anyone knows that.
Can you tell us what? Because I also want, I was very close with Fulgrim. The news of his death was a shock.
He traveled abroad to. Well, this was where your quest originated. Because of his advanced age, he was relegated to archiving and updating, given to dreams and such, which you know to be true. He always spoke of visions. The one that told him to come and get you was definitely something that you took note of. He was prone to visions, and he was told to make an adjustment to the first edition of the Books of Slate. He was unable to find it and attempted to discern its whereabouts within the world.
What was the adjustment he was meant to make?
Not a clue. He never got to ask.
An adjustment to the first crystal archive would be rare, right?
Yes, but we trusted him. He's been here for over 100 years.
What happened with his mother?
We believe he was accosted by bandits.
Where did he die?
He died within the keep. He managed to make his way back, barely clinging to life. And this is really very memorable for you. He staggered into the keep pretty much, bleeding and dying.
He died from that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I already knew that.
You thought he might have survived, but you were then tasked with finding the Books of Slate in his stead.
Yeah, okay. I knew that. I thought it was like a separate thing.
He died a week later to his injuries. But,
There's no healers around.
He couldn't just take a long rest.
well, these injuries were grave. He did not recover. He was old as well.
Did he speak before he died, after returning to the keep?
When he returned, he called for Brother Kincaid to take up his quest, his journey to find the first edition.
Did he speak anything of who had assaulted him, where, or
No,
any
that
thoughts or theories or any?
his ability to speak was hindered by a punctured lung. His words to you, brother, were most likely to do with what he asked you to do. But I do not think that he spoke at length of those who killed him.
Is there anyone here who knows what amendment he was meant to make in the Book of Slate?
Well, I was hoping that he would have passed that on to you, Brother Kincaid.
Did he?
Not really.
Are there any of his possessions still here?
His possessions would have been passed on to Fulgrim.
Did he keep
Who hates me?
Did he keep a diary or anything like that?
Not a
Wait,
Is
that's
he?
like
Well,
Is
the good
he?
news is there's no locks on anyone's doors.
Is he? Is he interred here?
Yes, his body would be below.
Fantastic. I can ask him myself.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything like, I don't know how cool with that they
ask
are.
him.
Like, I didn't want to mention, like, oh, we'll just speak with dead. They're like, get out.
Ew, gross.
Ew.
You're excommunicated for starters. Yeah. First of all, gross. Second of all, get out.
So, any other questions for it?
Is there anything else that we
think that we'll need a note
Just
from it.
because it's 1:32.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Just
I
keeping an eye on
don't
time for you.
have
Nothing.
I
anything
think
else
that's kind of it.
Okay.
to ask you.
Not that I can think of.
And the zone of truth just little gust of
Apologies about the blunt question tactics approach.
We just require transparency in order to, you know, figure out what needs to be done.
That
I'm sure
I
you can
guarantee.
understood.
Don't pull out a business card.
That's our guarantee.
Your transparency is guaranteed to us.
Let's find parchment.
And I'll remove books of slate from my inventory.
So, as you leave her chambers,
Oh,
more questions.
Where's his body? Like, is there a specific location?
Yeah, can we?
it
Can
is?
you?
There's no.
He doesn't know.
There's no.
It's what locate objects for. Fargrim's collarbone.
There's
Sorry,
no.
Fulgrim's
full-
collarbone.
Yeah, I'm getting them mixed up. Fulgrim.
There is no allocated slots for anyone. It's just
Even though he was the big boy.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
find him.
We'll find it anyway.
a dead body is a dead body in this
you know,
place.
it's almost a good thing, you know. Where I'm not above the people.
But yeah, as you leave Melicine's office, we will wrap up the sesh there.
Yeah, sure.
Are we good for next Sunday?
Should be all gravy.
I
Believe so.
think so.
Sounds like a winner.
Don't think.
I'm gonna level up between now and then. Or...
Yep, I'm good.
No, no.
Hopefully we
have
can
no
level up
long
before
rest.
we get back to Bournemouth. That'll be
Before we
good.
leave.
I mean, we've given the books of slate back. That's like a big part in Kincaid's storyline.
What's next?
So Kincaid leveled it.
That was literally his role.
So is it the 25th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
25th.
sounds good for me.
Cool.
Gravy.
But thank you for watching, folks.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
And remember to spread happiness.
Not Hermes.
Not
Oh, herpes.
Fulgrim's ashes. We need a rifle. Throw them first.